were on the phone with me and all.
And that terrible noise happened.
So okay, the mic that's at the bottom of the cabinet over there was on, and it was picking up in Trae's headphones right there, and I couldn't figure out how to stop the loop.
Oh, okay, so that's what was happening.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was the mic that was doing it, because I thought that it was like
one of these,
but it wasn't. Yeah. No, it was that mic over there, and then these headphones. Yeah, because I didn't even have any speakers on or anything.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck am I getting a feedback loop? We didn't start music. Professional.
Yeah, we're good at this now.
Homestar Runner.
We were talking about that yesterday too.
Deleted.
Trunk door.
Fucking strong.
Burninating the villages. Burninating the peasants. Burninating the countryside. But he was still trunk door. Oh shit. So we got Battlecross.
Yeah.
Is that what that says? Battlecross has followed 3 days ago. New follower on deck.
Yeah,
Battle Crow. Battle Crow.
Battle Crow DB.
Birdie.
Snake.
Oh shit.
No, you're never crashing a moment. You're invited.
Hell no.
That's right. Yeah, you're part of the family.
Everyone is welcome here.
You were expecting us. You know that.
Right? No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. They don't. They don't at all.
I didn't. Should have. Speaking of, man, did you play any more Plague Tale?
I tried to get back into it. It was very difficult to get back into the pacing. And so...
I don't know that I love the stealth in that game. It's a little too basic for me.
It's very basic,
you know?
But that might make for a more focused experience for some people. I mean, it's just, it's a game, right?
Yeah.
So it's just nothing too difficult. You can just walk in a straight line from beginning to end. You can roll credits.
What you're supposed to do
in no time.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't really consider it a real stealth game.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's light stealth elements.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. You know, that's kind of how I feel about Tomb Raider, like Shadows of a Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. The stealth is just kind of there.
Yeah, I mean you can crouch and
it looks
sneak
like
behind
that way
people.
with Deathloop.
It does look like that. Yeah, it looks exactly.
I figure
like that.
we can talk a little bit about that. I didn't even put that on there, but you know, just
we'll roll with it.
Yeah.
Local record.
Yeah, go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Drug dog!
You gotta know about that Burninator. Hey, Lime, did you go watch Animatrix? Did you do that?
Oh yeah.
You gotta do that for us. Do that
as a favor.
Well, do it for yourself.
Do it for yourself,
but also
do
it for us.
Do it for us.
There's still time.
Yeah.
There's still time. We have all been failed this day.
Yeah.
All right. We doing this damn thing?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Lego.
Soundtrack slams.
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Hello.
I wasn't prepared. Welcome to the show.
This is very loud.
Yeah.
Bright pink one.
Back a little bit. Right. Yeah, man. Coming in hot.
Hey.
Like fire.
Hot fire. Look at Scott.
Yeah, for real. Isn't that beard?
Scott has K-Groove today?
Apparently.
Don't piss him off anymore. He will fuck you up.
Endeavor.
I'm about to burn this whole place down.
Ip on me.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Phil.
I'm Trae. I'm just seeing Scott with like a flaming goatee.
Yeah,
and a flaming Fu Manchu.
It's all that really, curly fire. You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
handlebar mustache.
That's right. Absolutely, dude.
No, he's just gonna be the Heat Miser.
Endeavor. Oh wow.
He's just
gonna take him to Heat Miser from Endeavor to well, Heat Miser's up there. Dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Heat Miser's a boss.
That's a bad man.
He's a boss, dude. He might not look so cool, but he's a fucking boss.
Big Scoot's getting warm.
That's right. Big Scoot spits hot fire.
This was hot fire. This week, put your finger in that dam. You're leaking games. There's games all over the floor. It's a mess. Talking about game leaks.
Game leaks.
And Dirty Works.
Well, we gotta address the thing.
The thing.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
One of the finest comedians. One of the
funniest men.
One of the funniest motherfuckers.
Yeah, depending on who you are.
Depending on who you
really,
are.
Some
really.
people just do any of his jokes actually land?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Well, that's kind of the joke.
Exactly. When you make a career around that, that's amazing. You know?
Dude, I kept watching interviews with him. When you said that you were up late, I was like, were you up late watching Norm shit like I was? Because I couldn't help it.
I was actually watching the Final Fantasy live letter.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, I was watching that in tandem with Dirty Work, so I had like two screens going at the same time.
Right.
You know, and I was laughing
seen
hysterically
Dirty
at
Work.
myself. Well, yeah, dude, I mean,
It's a refresher at this point. It's
absolutely.
not a,
You know, well, I mean, that's the best thing about the live letter, due to the fact that it is in Japanese with a live translation. Generally, while they're speaking in Japanese, I can watch the movie and then focus on the translation when the translators start talking.
Yeah.
Like I had a flow going,
Oh,
you
nice.
know, and I really found it very entertaining that I was even able to keep it up.
It's media ping pong.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, we're all doomed.
That's
This is where we are.
Oh man, is Endwalker looking awesome though?
You know, Endwalker's looking incredibly lit.
Hell
And
yeah.
so
They talk about the graphics upgrade with the PS5 thing.
They
talk about
well,
that at all?
no, they didn't really address that. They showed some footage, and you can see because with every major patch, they completely overhaul the graphics. They completely rework everything, right? So once the patch goes live,
we'll
it's
get
going to
that
be
4K
even more
60
gorgeous.
now?
Well, that's a different thing. That'll be the PS5 version, but that probably won't happen until sometime middle of next year.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah?
Because
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
with this influx of players, you know, and Endwalker rolling out, like they got to push things on the back burner, you know. We're gonna have data center travel that got pushed back.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
As well
yeah.
as it should, because we have this huge influx of players to the point that they've had to shut down servers. Like, be like, okay,
and these new
no more people
fools are
going to
be bouncing back and forth,
right?
Yeah,
and it would just be broken. So they're making
dude.
the wise decision to just take a step back from that original plan in order to accommodate all these new players, right?
Exactly.
Which is really awesome. So.
Yeah.
But they made some changes to like the battle system, which is absolutely amazing. Summoner is now a summoner. I'm talking about
cool.
you can summon actual like Titan or Ifrit or Garuda, like. And whenever you do that, it gives you an aspect. So if you summon Garuda, then all of a sudden your spells are wind aspected. If you summon Titan, then all of a sudden you have earth aspected.
Does that just buff you, or does it buff the party?
It's all for yourself.
Okay.
You're still DPS.
Okay, cool,
yeah,
cool.
So you just look badass. Like he comes in and like Titan comes in and summons Earth and Fury. He does his ultimate, so he comes in just like Rah!
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, it's about to be so fucking flashy.
Hold on a
in
second. Let me call my stand real quick.
Right. Exactly. Dude, everybody was like, okay, well, everyone's going to be playing Reaper. Everyone's going to be playing Sage, the new healing job.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, we're about to see a lot of summoners. It's about to be crazy.
Which, I mean, you're already leveled in that.
Oh, yeah. I got summoner in the back pocket.
You're good.
Yeah.
Is there anything you
I'm
haven't
going
done
warrior.
at this point? Get this car? That's about
There's
it?
still, well, no, that's for my alt.
Cat.
Yeah,
That's for Catboy RD.
That's for Catboy RD. You know what I'm saying? Catboy RD. I'm telling you, he looks so swag, dude. He's got to be in that car. He's got to have a Cadillac, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and
Caddy,
A cat.
a catty,
You get the
Cadillac.
get the
Hey, Lime.
cat bus from
Totoro?
Totoro. Yeah,
Cat bus is creepy.
I rock
That's
that.
a creepy
Dude,
bus.
I love
I'd
that
rock that.
bus.
Hey, Lime, did you know that I was Catboy RD?
Wait a second. You've been playing with Lime as
I
Cat,
partied with her.
and you didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
You didn't reveal this.
Look at that. It never came up in conversation. Never came up in conversation. She was just super cool, man. She was super cool, and so we said, it's funny. It's funny being like, a new player, especially with a name like Catboy RD,
friend,
because people respond to you in weird ways, right? There are a lot of people who kind of snub Cat. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm low level.
Don't snub Cat.
They'll feel me when I'm 80. It's okay. They'll feel him. But Lion was always super cool. And so we run dungeons together. And this never came around.
See, you've benefited from anonymous kindness.
That's exactly. I had full conversation. We did. We did, I was just like, this is great.
That's a good time there. Wow, fool your friends,
awesome.
make an alt.
That just shows how nice and accepting you are.
No, seriously, you're just an amazing person, And so I was just like, this is good. If it ever came around, you were just like, hey, are you Ava? I'd be like, yep.
But it just never came up.
It just never came up. We were too busy playing the game and vibing and being cool. So
true from a certain point of view. Right?
There is hope for humanity, I guess.
Absolutely. I don't know. I think it's cool to go in incognito.
For real.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
That's
good.
I love
really
him,
good.
dude. I love him.
You just blew her mind.
Oh,
you just completely.
Great.
Oh man, I kind of feel bad.
So,
what you been doing, Scott?
I was actually this week kind of having the same problem that you were last week. Just trying to going through games, trying to find something to play, and just wasn't clicking with anything until I started playing the first Streets of Rage.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
right.
I was just like, fuck, yeah, I forgot.
Like the actual first Streets of Rage?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on.
I'm a big fan
NSO.
of 2.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm about to roll on 2.
Okay,
I'm about to roll on 2 and 3, and I might be picking up 4.
Dude, please play 4. 4's amazing. I have 4. I own it. I would love to play it.
Well, I saw that they did like the Mr. X DLC thing. Did they mean Mr. X? Mr. X? Like
yeah. Yeah. You got Mr. X. You got Shiva. You can select. You got who else do they add? They added a few characters, man.
I was about to say they
There's
got
a lot.
bunch of fucking characters right now.
Wow.
I mean, now's the time to get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like almost 10 characters.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, and especially with the variants of each character, because you can play like Streets of Rage 1 Blaze or Streets of Rage 2 Blaze or Streets of Rage 3.
Which that's my girl.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. She comes out with that tight ass skirt on, suplexing motherfucker.
Yeah,
like, what? Excuse
She's like a little Kieran. She's like a little Jam. She's
Yeah,
like a little somewhere in there.
I don't even
mean?
think. Did you ever get? I guess maybe you had to get crotch shots because I mean they put her in the mini skirt, but they don't like whore her out. You know what I'm saying? Like she's still the tough girl. She's just very attractive.
Yeah.
You know,
she just likes the
mobility,
the mobility of the
yeah.
You
know what I'm saying?
She can kick you right in the face.
Exactly.
She's not restricted by pants.
Well, I mean, she could have invested in those. Remember when Chuck Norris had his own jeans brand?
Were they like stretchy jeans?
at the crotch, so you could do splits and high kicks.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a thing.
I think Van Damme should have gone for this. We would have bought them if they were Van Dammes.
Facts.
You know,
Exactly.
I mean, I'd wear a pair of Van Dammes right now. What are those?
Right.
Those some Van Dammes?
Some Van Dammes.
Yeah.
Except for, I feel like the label might read VD.
Oh.
And that might not go over well with the focus group.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you got to do the whole thing. JCVD. You gotta
It's like a Tribe Called Quest. Just say the whole thing.
say the whole thing.
But yeah.
Okay.
So what you been up to?
Just crazy book. That's all.
Yeah.
Just reading this House of Leaves.
House of
okay,
Leaves.
so I got to address this.
Yes.
I got to address this.
Oh,
because
yeah?
We so I've been reading House of Leaves. Hopefully, Wolf is in the chat. She let me borrow House of Leaves, and I am all about it so far, but I'm about 100 pages in, and I've been throwing the concepts in this book off of my 2 counterparts and trying to figure out what the fuck I'm reading, because it's difficult and it's confusing and it's all over the place. But I started explaining, the ins and outs of these characters and what's going on here, and then I start talking about the main plot, which is about this movie, and the movie is about a guy that's a filmmaker that's got all these cameras set up in his house, but he's being haunted. Like the house itself is haunted, and I don't mean by ghosts. It's just screwed up, and then they and I'm like, yeah, and there's like a door that appears, and then he starts measuring the inside of his house, and it's bigger on the inside than the outside. And Trae goes,
"You should have left."
And I'm like, what is this?
Kevin Bacon film from 2000. Well, that was 2020.
2020, yeah.
2020, yeah, last year.
So relatively new.
Right,
Yes.
right.
All right.
Yeah.
And he started basically going like, yeah, that's the plot of this movie. Yeah, that's what's going on with this. And of course, they're different.
Yeah,
they have their own thing going on. I looked into You Should Have Left.
Right.
It's made by the guy that did Stir of Echoes.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I loved Stir of Echoes.
Great
that was
movie.
such a cool movie, and it got overshadowed by Sixth Sense because it came out like right next to him, and everybody was like, "Oh, fuck Kevin Bacon." We got Bruce Willis over here. You know what I mean?
Look at Bruce Willis before he got bored with everything.
But it seems to me like what has happened is that House of Leaves came out, and then it was compiled into an actual book. It took a couple years, and then once that released, however many years later, this book, You Should Have Left, came out. And You Should Have Left was considered House of Leaves if House of Leaves is too confusing for you.
Right.
You should go read this one over here. So I did.
So You Should Have Left was a book. It wasn't
Yes,
an
it was a
adaptation.
book. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and it seems to me that it borrowed ideas.
I mean, the movie definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that movie was a proper adaptation of that book,
which it sounds like it is from what I was
then,
reading.
I mean, you can tell they definitely read House of Leaves.
But they also took out all the craziness out
Yeah,
of it.
right.
Like they just kept the core idea of the film, which to be honest is probably the better way to make a movie.
Maybe more digestible
anyway.
for most people.
Yeah, you couldn't do what House of Leaves does in another format.
Right.
So it's probably the better case to do it this way, you know? But it makes me pretty much go, oh, well, shit, we're going to have to do a comparison on this.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I
right.
get done with House of Leaves, I think we should watch
God
You
damn,
Should
I
Have
wanna
Left.
watch the movie again.
Hell yeah.
You don't want to watch that movie again? You
It
don't have
was-
to.
It was fine.
You don't have to.
It
That's
was
all I
fine.
heard
Is
about
it a little much?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it a
just,
little much?
I mean, I like Kevin Bacon.
Right.
Hell yeah,
so,
you do.
so
Who
that's
doesn't like
redeeming.
Kevin Bacon?
But that movie's ridiculous. Like it is.
What
so we'll,
Kevin Bacon
we'll get
movie
there.
isn't ridiculous?
I mean, there's that.
We got Tremors. We got Footloose. We got Hollow Man.
I
Footloose
mean,
was awesome.
it's ridiculous.
It's so
The whole town
You
doesn't
can't
dance.
you can't
You know,
dance
That's
that
what-
sound.
ridiculous.
I also love Breaking and Breaking 2 Electric
I mean-
Boogaloo. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
They can
First-
dance.
they can dance.
They
Absolutely,
fucking
man.
First Class wasn't that ridiculous.
No,
You know?
not,
So there
not too
you go.
bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
you know,
there
it's
go.
pretty straightforward, superhero movie right there.
The regularist Bacon movie.
Regular
there
as
is,
Bacon movie is First Class.
where
the
he's
most
around
regular
fucking
bacon.
mutants.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're getting regular bacon.
You guys like that game, the Kevin Bacon game? You know, the 6 Degrees?
6 degrees of
6
Kevin
degrees.
Bacon.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
I don't think anybody ever plays it anymore.
Nobody
but,
ever does,
we-
but it's such
yeah.
a cool game.
We
It's such a
used
cool
to,
thing. You know why nobody
yeah.
plays it anymore? Because they just look up IMDb.
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
this isn't fun. You're just looking at IMDb. Fuck you.
Right.
we're supposed to be playing the game based on memory. That's the whole point.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Footloose exists.
Oh
It
yeah.
does.
That's right.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Watch the original, not the remake.
Oh, there's a remake.
Remake
Yuck.
is trash.
Oh yeah, they
Yuck.
did do that.
Come on,
Remake
I
is trash.
forgot.
They remade that. They made a series out of Teen Wolf. I didn't even
Yeah.
watch that. I was like, nah, man,
Nope.
come on. You can't do my boy Michael J. Fox like that. You know, let him have his bus ride.
Just just because you said Teen Wolf, I'm just going to bring it to everyone's attention. The group Churches actually did a cover of Cry Little Sister.
Oh.
Boy.
Wait, was that
it's
for
so
Teen Wolf?
good? No, it wasn't.
I was
It's
about to
just-
say,
you
am
said
I
Teen
crazy
Wolf,
here?
and it made me think about Lost Boys and just
Oh,
that era.
yeah.
And then, of course, I immediately think, "Thou shalt not kill." And I was like, "Holy shit! I wonder if everybody knows about this cover because
Yeah.
it is lit."
Churches
yeah.
is dope.
Yeah,
Churches is
absolutely. They just dropped a new album too, so
Hell yeah. Gotta
go
check
give
that
them a
out.
listen, everybody.
Nice. So we got some pow news. Didn't even have to jutsu me.
Yeah, I didn't even have the jutsu for news.
Okay. So
We are getting better at this.
this long titles. It's the Star Wars. This is a VR game. Star Wars.
You gotta rev up to it, man. You gotta,
Why did I not
Pull
write
the
this
cord.
out?
I don't know, man. The Force goes east.
The Force goes east. Last call. No, it's like you know what? I'm gonna have to find out what this fucking game's called. Hold on. You
Put
can
the
bear with
acronym
me.
game. He has TFGE written down.
Yeah, it's
Lost Cast.
We can't
TIE
even
fighters
think of it.
get eaten.
Yeah, that's it. TIE
Yes.
fighters do get
I'd watch
eaten.
that.
I would.
I'd watch
Totally.
that. Yeah.
It's Tales.
ASMR.
No, it's like a Twilight Zone-esque anthology series.
Oh, see, I was thinking
in the Star Wars universe.
I was thinking sci-fi mathcore band.
Oh,
Okay, I like
TIE
that.
fighters get eaten.
I like
that.
that.
Sounds
I was thinking about like
a tappy Midwesty band.
Oh,
You know
that
what I
is.
mean?
That's good.
You know what
That's
I'm
good.
saying?
Absolutely. I go see
down.
him.
Hell
I go
yeah.
see him. I was thinking like Galactus comes to the Star Wars universe. We
No,
got Marvel,
dude, it's
Star
Galactus
Wars.
comes to minus the bear.
Oh,
Is what it
shit,
is. Anyway, it's Tales from Galaxy's Edge.
Oh man.
Last Call.
That's the real name.
Yeah, that's the real name of it, and it's so this is the second part. I bought the first one, and I kind of just wanted to talk about this because this is one of those things that like.
Do you want to cut loose with Footloose? Kick off your Sunday shoes. Yeah. Timeless, dude.
Yeah, really. You got to learn that guitar intro.
Hell
Come
yeah.
on, like it's two notes.
That's like one of
and
the
it's
first
jamming.
ones
That's
that
what
you have to learn.
Yeah, you got to learn "Smells Like Teen Spirit" and then the Footloose
and then the
intro.
Footloose intro.
You know, and then I guess "Back in Black." I don't
Yeah.
know. Is that the
That
next
was
one?
good. That was
Yeah.
good. I like Sweet Dreams.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the Marilyn Manson
yep,
version.
mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn Adam's song by Blink-182.
No, it's
All the small
Say
things.
It Ain't So.
Right.
By
Oh my
Weezer.
God.
Wonderwall.
Wonderwall.
Fucking-
Everybody has got to know Wonderwall. That's one.
Anyway,
That's how you set a party off.
That's right.
The Wonderwall, man. You gotta take somebody's acoustic that they left in their room that they don't want anybody to touch.
Don't bother tuning it.
You bring it into the middle of the kitchen. You sit
specifically the
You sit on the table next to the food.
on the counter.
Yeah, or right there next to the food with your ass right next to it, and then you play Wonderwall. And everyone hates you.
Exactly. and then John Belushi comes by.
Yeah, that's right. Hey,
and
what am I?
smashes the fuck. I'm a zit.
Man, okay, so Tales from Galaxy's Edge, Last Call. Okay,
heavy name.
This first one was like, I love Vader Immortal. Vader Immortal's dope. It's an arena game. I actually don't care at all about the story in Vader Immortal. I think it had its
presented
moments.
well.
It's presented
okay.
well.
Yeah.
And what's her name's your robot? From SNL. And from Idiocracy. What's her name? Who was the
Don't point at me.
who was the hooker in Idiocracy?
Hooker and Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Dude, all I remember is the president.
Well, she's hilarious, and she's
the president Camacho.
yeah. What was the rest of his name? It was like Camacho. What was?
I think he had Mountain Dew. In
Mountain
his name,
Dew,
right?
yeah.
It was Mountain Dew, Camacho.
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
This guy says we should use water.
Yeah.
Toilets.
It's like we use Gatorade.
Why do you use-
It's got electrolytes.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
plants
that's what
crave.
Plants crave.
What are electrolytes? So I got this first Tales from Galaxy's Edge, and it seems like kind of cool, but the movement's super slow, and we've talked about this a bunch.
Right.
VR games that have slow movement immediately make me not
get
want
you
to play
sick.
them. Yeah.
that's
They
the
make
one
you
we take
feel
to
weird.
nausea
You need a
town.
dash, man. You need
Yeah.
to be running like Doom Guy around the place. You
Right.
know what I mean? And for some reason, that doesn't fuck with you. I can run at 40 miles an hour in VR, and it doesn't mess with me.
Right.
But if I'm having a nice gentle saunter, just vomit town,
Yeah.
just straight up. Yeah, and it's
Absolutely.
not like it's a frame rate issue. The game runs perfect. You know.
Right.
And that's what's cool about the game. It runs great. It looks great. It's very Star Wars. It's very, hey, look, there's an alien. Dope.
Right.
And blaster DL-44s. Yay. Okay, cool. Other than that, though, it just felt like I was going from room to room and doing a wave shooter.
Right.
And maybe
That's what it looked like. It looked very shallow.
Maybe I should have progressed more in it. I'm gonna give the other one a shot. I might even stream it just for the hell of it so that I can roast it. That sounds like a good
I
idea.
mean, the hard part is that squadrons exist.
Exactly.
That's the hard part because squadrons
and Fallen Order exists.
and Fallen Order.
You know, so you
absolutely.
have these
well,
directions.
that's not VR, but still at the same time,
It's just quality Star
quality
Wars.
Star
is what I'm
Wars.
saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which hopefully we're getting some quality Star Wars next week.
Oh,
Next week's
yeah.
episode is gonna
Oh,
be
man.
about Star Wars Visions.
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna
cannot wait.
watch that.
So I mean, what is it going to be? 8 episodes?
9.
9.
And most of them seem fairly short.
Yeah,
I did the math on it. It should be like
they're like vignettes, different studios. It's like the Animatrix.
It's much
Very,
it is like the Animatrix.
very similar. And
Maya Rudolph, thank you, Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph. Thank you.
Yes.
Go Lime.
Thank you, Lime. Oh yeah, and also welcome Battle Crow.
Yeah,
to our family.
Yeah, what's up, Battle Crow?
Thank you for the follow.
Love that name.
Yeah, right, sick. Battle Crow.
Yeah, really. You need a good logo with a name like that.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Battle Crow would just be Odin, right? Wouldn't that just be? I mean, just
all right.
Yeah, that's just Odin on him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Trigger's doing one of them, and I'm super excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
Trigger. Oh, God, please need
I'm
it
just
right
glad
now.
that they're actually releasing them all at the same time.
Yeah,
because
same
that
here,
sounds like so bingeable.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like you just knock it all out in one
See,
sitting.
it's coming out on Wednesday. I figure we should be able to knock them in 3 days.
Oh, yeah,
even if
easily.
because I mean 3 episodes a day. You know, because we're talking about 13 to 22-minute episodes, and it seems like most of them are on the shorter
I'm gonna knock
side.
that out in like an afternoon.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch most of them on Wednesday. That's the thing. It's gonna be hard for me to not just keep watching them, and I know that.
Yeah.
You know, because again, like Death and Robots, Love Death and Robots.
Death and Robots
Which is a
is really good.
fantastic series.
Yeah. And it's a bunch of vignettes, and
Right.
I love that presentation where they're not trying to hold on to this overarching narrative. They're just
Right.
going like, here.
Yeah, kind of
Here's
like
the
what
concept.
Yeah.
Go.
Black Mirror does.
Yeah, man, love me some Black Mirror.
Me too.
That one episode where
uncomfortable.
it's the MMO that they're building, but it's
Yeah.
the guy that made his own private like Starship
Starship,
Enterprise.
yeah.
And dude, and then he traps everybody. I love that shit so
Hell yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's probably my favorite episode right there. So another VR thing. I don't know how I missed this. A month ago, Shadowgate VR was announced.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Not
That's
even knowing
cool.
that was out.
And it's not a
Yeah.
remake of the original. It's a completely new game.
Well, it's episodes. And so it looks like, it's going to be
Okay.
episodic. So
Okay.
the beginning of it is still going to be pretty much Shadowgate 1. Because
Cool.
you didn't look at, did you watch the video?
yeah, but I didn't
you see
realize that.
Yeah, you have the dragon, you got like the first, the archway.
With the
when
skull,
you
I
first-
saw
with the
that.
skull,
Yeah,
like
I just figured that they were going in a completely different direction. Oh,
No, it's the Shadowgate that
Well-
we know
well,
and love. But
I
I
wonder if they're
wonder
remaking the 64 one then, because that was a bad game.
they very well could.
Maybe if they
you know?
improved the puzzles.
Well,
I
I
mean-
just wonder because a lot of what made Shadowgate so special is that it still kind of required a little bit of imagination.
Yeah.
Right? And so, kind of like the loneliness and the dread that you feel being there, a lot of that kind of came from the fact that it was graphically so simplistic.
Right.
You
You
know,
know, well, you had
and
to
death
build
came
a-
swiftly.
Yeah.
You had to build a lot of that atmosphere in your own head.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
You know, and so I'm very curious about it because it could go either way. I mean, it could be phenomenal. It should be.
Every
But it
every
could
point
also
and click
suck.
that I've played so far in VR has been great.
Right.
Like I think it's just an inherent good
I was
medium
about to say,
for that. You know,
VR seems like it would work really well with
Yeah.
point and click
Well,
adventure kind of stuff. Yeah.
we were talking about this because I think you've played the cell phone version of this game, The Room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like a puzzle box.
Yes, I would say escape room in the VR side
yeah,
of it.
but there's a box that you got to do, like turn it around, because that's the one I played.
Well, this is a different thing, but it is in the Room series.
I
But
gotcha.
yes, you're
Okay.
talking about the same thing.
Yeah, because I played that on the Switch. I love.
Oh,
that
it's on the
game.
Switch.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was just on cell phones.
I think it
wasn't
was
sure.
on cell phones
Yeah.
for a little while, but then it got ported.
But
Yeah, because it was on the original Oculus. What do they call that thing? What was the original one where the phone clicked into the front of it?
the Gear VR.
The Gear VR.
Yeah,
the
by Oculus.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was available on that.
Okay,
that
yeah.
platform.
Well, the Room's one of those where like you really see why VR works so well for this, because you go, oh, what the fuck is this? Oh, hey, there's a compartment on the back of this. Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
and then you flip
like,
it around,
Yeah,
and
and then
it's
you
just
go,
like-
oh, there's a key in this compartment,
Resident
and it looks
Evil.
exactly like this over here. Like it's so different to do these puzzles in
VR
VR,
space.
and to be
Yeah.
able to hold the object and really look at it and look at the room, and realize like, oh, all I had to do was look up, and there's the clue.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that is
Shit
the
like
hardest
that.
thing to convince people
You
to
don't
do in
ever look
VR.
up.
You know, if you
It's
put
the
somebody
hardest
in
thing
VR
to
with,
convince people to do in real life. That's why
that's also
we're
true.
so damn
Accurate.
effective.
Accurate.
People
Totally.
look down and they look straight ahead.
That's
They
right.
don't-
No
they
one
don't
looks
look
up.
up.
Yep.
They don't look up.
That's why you should always look up, guys. You never know when there's going to be a ninja in the corner.
Yeah.
You never know.
Or flying monkeys.
No
Or
shadows.
flying monkeys.
Any of this shit can happen. Yeah, guys. Nightmare Alley.
Let's go.
boy.
Guillermo del Toro.
We know what
back
we're gonna
at
watch
it.
when it comes out.
Absolutely.
This is a must.
This
This is a-
any Guillermo del Toro movie
Yeah.
is
All of them.
and it's
inherently a must.
It's got our favorite big-headed actor in it too.
Uh-huh,
It's got
yeah.
Ron Perlman.
That's right.
His
Yep.
head is fucking huge.
and it's about carnies, man.
It's about carnies.
Hell, it's
Yeah.
carnies. Like, what up? It's so
Perfect.
weird.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah.
I still gotta watch Carnival from American
Horror Story.
I really
yeah, that was the last carny thing that I've watched.
that's
Yeah,
the
same
one
here.
that
it
I've
was fucked up. Freak show.
Yeah, it
yeah,
was.
Freak Show. Out of
Freak
all
Show.
the
Yeah, it
American Horror Stories, that's the one that I've been the most interested in.
It's weird.
I liked
It's
it.
all the way weird.
Yeah.
It goes in some really. That was where it started. Like that show started
Yeah.
going into some really weird directions.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, 'cause, I mean,
somewhere around
they-
Asylum, but I would say, yeah, you're right.
I think Asylum was a little bit more consistent
At
in their-
first.
well, I mean, even towards the end, it still kind of
we
made
got the
sense.
aliens,
but I mean, like,
bro. They're fucking aliens.
I thought that was
Mom-
hard.
Mom said
Aliens,
too
and
many
then we had-
clowns.
No, huh?
I
Mom
thought-
said too many clowns.
Oh,
She's
you-
been
honestly.
watching American Horror
Oh
Story.
yeah, Freak
Oh,
Show,
yeah.
all about the
Yeah,
clowns.
she,
Yes,
well, she
all the
showed me.
clowns.
She showed me a little bit of, or we were talking a little bit of it, and she was just like, "Well, it's really gory. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's."
yeah, because that killer clown is no joke.
Oh,
the
no.
guy is terrifying.
Man, what's
Can't
that
speak, I'm
crazy
sleepy.
clown movie? The
Killer clowns from outer space.
no,
Yeah,
not that one.
That's
Not
a good one.
that
No,
I
I
love that
fucking
one.
love
Yeah,
that
no.
movie.
That's the inspiration for
so
ICP right there.
Absolutely.
No, no, it's the it's the like he's constantly like grinning like this, and he like he has like this deformed, almost like
I mean, that sounds like Freak Show.
No,
Killjoy
is it Killjoy?
might be.
Killjoy.
No,
is
what's the name
from-
of this?
That's
Man,
no,
there's
'cause
a very
movie
weird.
called with a killer clown called Killjoy.
There's
And
a-
I think it's like a
It's like
you
an
know
80s
direct.
flick?
No,
it's like
80s, 90s?
direct to video, like
This is something.
2000 kind of
Okay.
shit. Yeah.
I mean, we got Pennywise.
No,
we
no,
got,
this is a.
who
This
else?
is a. Okay. So I just saw it. Terrifier.
I
You
never
guys
saw
know
it.
about
No,
Terrifier?
I don't know about that.
Dude, I want to watch this movie so bad. Yeah.
I, don't,
Why is it
I
trying to
tend to
bring
not
me up
really
some
seek
shit?
out the clown horror.
I'm not a
films.
clown fan, man.
I'm not a
Clowns
clown
can
fan.
fuck off.
Yeah, yeah. It's not
Anybody
my-
who
it's not
wants
my
to be a
shit.
clown,
Right.
what the
yeah.
hell's your problem?
I want to spread joy to all the children.
You're not doing that. That's not what you're doing.
And none of the
Okay?
adults think that's what you're
No,
doing.
like it. I know this is a bad picture, but does that guy look familiar at all?
I feel
that,
like
that
I've
looks like House of a Thousand Corpses. That
Yeah.
looks
Yeah,
like,
I know it looks like what's his
absolutely.
name, doesn't it? Yeah.
Spalding.
Spalding, Captain
Yeah.
Spalding. Fuck your mama.
Fish boy.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, clowns can fuck off. That's right. I don't know if you're
glad
quoting
That's the-
me or if
That's the
but
phrase of the day.
that's it.
Clowns
Clowns
can fuck off.
Is that the title of the video?
Right. I mean, on our old podcast, I totally did a PSA about about juggalos. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Like I
Man,
did a whole.
what
PSA.
is a juggalo?
Yeah, you know what a juggalo is.
No, that's actually a lyric from ICP.
What is a juggalo?
Oh, you know.
Anyway, I was watching an interview with Violet and Jay the other day.
Yeah, it's funny
because
to
there
hear
was
them
this
now
guy-
because they're just dudes, right?
Well, he was in character,
Oh,
but
okay, okay.
but no, he was talking about this guy who had gotten tattoos, like ICP tattoos,
Oh,
all over his
literally
face.
on his
Totally.
face.
Yeah, all
Okay.
tatted up.
I've seen that
and,
guy because he regrets the
he
shit
regrets
out of
the
that.
shit out of it, and Violent J was laughing his ass off.
Yeah, he's
He
like,
was
no shit,
he's
what'd
like,
you
bro,
think was gonna
why would you
fucking
get
happen?
tattoos
What'd you-
of the guys who put makeup on to look like that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this comes
Like,
off, bro.
we don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
This
You know what
is
I'm
our
saying?
profession.
And that dude, he was the whole time. He's just like, I made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, you did.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like I'm trying to get sober.
Is he a
please,
Florida
nobody
man?
would hire me. You know,
Is he a Florida man?
you know,
Man,
yeah.
fucking Florida.
Yeah. Man,
Thank
Florida strikes again.
God, we're not Florida, right?
Yeah. Oh man.
Wow.
We are from Alabama,
Yeah,
but we ain't from
we ain't
Florida.
from Florida. Mad love to y'all in Florida, but y'all
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
y'all wild,
Really, I
man.
got friends
Y'all
in
wild.
Florida.
I love to visit Florida.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, so Street Fighter V. So we're dropping all
Dude,
these.
this is stupid. This is
the funny thing is like, is it breadcrumbs or is it just like,
or are they just messing with
us? Okay, so what they're doing is they're actually putting in costumes of Marvel vs. Capcom characters
in
Street Fighter V.
Street Fighter V.
Yes, right. And so we've got a Felicia costume now.
Yeah, we do.
Got a Ruby Heart.
Ruby Heart, yeah, you saw that this morning.
Yeah.
Cyber Akuma.
Cyber Akuma? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You know, Cyber Akuma was in Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter.
Yeah,
right.
He wasn't in either the Marvel vs. Capcom
He wasn't in,
games.
exactly. And so that's the thing that kind of throws me off because he's not MVC. He's not MVC 2.
But all the rest of them are.
Everybody's thinking that it's MVC 2.
Right.
Which we may see a re-release with rollback. That could definitely happen. There's this massive campaign to free Marvel. Yeah. And they've actually been doing tournaments again. Justin Wong just won $10,000 in a first to 15 playing MVC 2.
Who was he using?
I don't remember, but I think they have a lot of little brackets that they have right now. One of which is only low tier characters. Oh. And so now after all this time, people are exploring all these just like different options with all these characters that nobody used back then because. Back then, everybody just wanted to win, right?
Right.
So you really had 10
you just saw Dooms and Thanoses and
Storms,
Magnetos.
You know, exactly.
That's all you saw, man.
And so that was it perpetually. But
Sentinel.
a lot of people think that
fucking Sentinel.
Oh, absolutely.
They had to ban Sentinel, man.
Yeah, dude. You know what I'm saying? Get that ass banned.
Is Sentinel the only one that got banned?
Sentinel got shut down. Cable got shut down for a little.
Thanos did too because he has an infinite. Thanos has an infinite.
Well, a lot of Doom has an infinite. A lot of them have infinites.
Because that game's broken.
Foot dive. Foot dive. Foot dive. Yeah, they're coming at that ass. But they are. They're hoping that they can. And it's just the power of social media, right?
Yeah.
Like you start a movement like that, and Capcom has no choice but to listen, right? And so they're aware. So we might actually, due to the cry of the fans, we might actually see a current gen Marvel vs. Capcom 2 with rollback, or the way that things are going with Marvel right now, we might see a Marvel vs. Capcom 4. You know, and
Marvel
so 4, and so with them putting those costumes into Street Fighter 5, it's like they're acknowledging it. That's the response.
Feels
now,
like
what does it mean? We'll find out.
Kind of testing the waters with that.
Oh, but they
know.
They know.
No, in the FGC, no.
It's more like they're baiting the hook.
They're baiting the hook.
That's what
Absolutely.
they're doing.
It's not a test. It's an acknowledgement of the desires of the fans.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we hear you, and we want you to know that we hear you. But on the other side of it, this is also Capcom, and they're actively working on Street Fighter 6 right now.
Right.
So it could just be like, well, that's the best you're gonna get. So if you
it could be.
Is this one big costume pack?
No, there are a couple of different ones.
They're selling them separately.
Yeah, there's supposed to be like 5 costumes, and that's going to close out this season.
I know. We just talked about this.
But if you have the season's pass, then of course you'll get it all. So that's the way to go.
Man,
and a lot of these cases,
expensive
what
now,
they'll do in Street Fighter 5 is like they'll actually lock them behind challenges. They'll have weekly challenges. That's what they did with the Airman. They have an Airman skin for Rashid. Oh yeah. It's freaking Airman, bro. Like you got the giant fan in your chest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately, it's Rashido. You don't really get you don't get the Airman thing.
Cool though.
Yeah, he is. He's a badass character.
He does shoot the Airmans though, doesn't he? I never thought about that before.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing to see Airman running around in 3D.
Well, that's why we need
the shit out of Ryu.
Need some Cap S&K so we can get some Joe Higashi versus some Rashid doing some airs at each other, right?
That's what we need. You know, I would love to have another MVC, but I would really love another CVS. Like this would be a great time for another Capcom versus SNK.
I think that would
100%.
Man, they just need to start making rounds with those again. You know what I mean? They just need to start doing all these compilation games again instead of doing main series titles. Because I mean, I know we're getting Street Fighter 6.
Oh yeah, that's coming.
Yeah,
that'll probably be announced after there was a giant
King of Fighters.
New
King of Fighters.
New King of Fighters is coming out soon.
15.
So
can't wait for that.
KOF 15. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Man, we were having a lot of fun playing 14 for a second there. We're gonna have to do some more of that.
Yeah.
Just too many of these damn games.
Yeah,
too little hard drive space. Jesus,
Boy,
are you kidding me?
yes.
That's his costume?
Yeah. It's freaking Airman, bro.
I thought that.
Yeah, no joke.
Man,
man.
What?
Yeah, that's what's
freaking Airman.
It is
dude.
straight up Airman. It's not even.
Like I reinstalled the game just to get that skin. I reinstalled it, played the challenges, unlocked the costume,
guys,
and dropped it.
I was
like, as long as I have it forever, I'm done.
Can we just get like I mean, this is the only thing that I think to relate it to, like a Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Yeah.
But just with Mega Man characters.
Oh, well, kind of like what was the name of that game?
The Power Fighters, but the Power Fighters wasn't good.
Was that the name of the game? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it was okay.
It was okay. Yeah,
it was all right.
okay.
You know, what was that, CPS2?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, it was all right.
It was okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you know.
But I want something that's fully fleshed out, that has
Mega
full
Man
series
wins.
of Mega Man. Well, no, because there's, you know.
What, Proto Man?
And Zero.
And Zero.
I'm talking
well,
about the
Zero
whole
wins.
gamut.
I guess that's
everybody.
the problem.
Yeah.
Zero wins.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You got old school Zero. You got
You got
know
X.
Mega
Base
Man
does
Zero.
not win.
Zero.
Yeah.
Base never wins.
Base
See,
never
here's
wins.
that's the problem though. That's the problem. It's just like Dragon Ball Fighters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, when they first announced that game, they're like, well, we're not going to do that thing where there are 8 billion versions of Goku. You know,
And
we're
now
gonna make
there's
sure
8 million
versions of
like
Goku
fucking
for
Goku.
real. Dude, it's like, man, there are like 9 Gokus in this game, bro.
For real.
Well,
You
there
know?
are
Yeah.
a million versions of Goku.
Yeah,
in
that's the
the
problem.
In
Yeah.
the show.
Well, they're
Facts.
like,
Look.
Goku Black's from another dimension,
Well,
so
yeah,
it's not the
it's
same.
technically a different
exactly Goku. I'm like, yeah, but
This
just
is when he fused with Vegeta, so it's technically
different.
right. And I'm like, well, just don't say that you're gonna do it. Just
Yeah.
don't say it. Don't say anything about it. Everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, there's gonna be a whole bunch of Gokus, and be like, probably,
Yep.
maybe,
Most likely.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
We're going to have a
Probably
bunch
gonna
of
be
Mega
a lot
Man.
of Goku.
Yeah, a whole bunch of Mega
A whole
Man.
bunch of
That's
Mega
it.
Man.
Which armor type Mega Man do you want?
You know,
know?
but who would you? What of Wily's creations? Who would you control?
Oh, I mean, you
Who would
got to
you
have
pick?
Gutsman in
Who
there.
would you, no? Who would you pick?
Well, if Gutsman's the
You go-
grappler, then
you
I'd
go
go
Guts?
Gutsman. If he's straight up grappler.
Okay,
Yeah. Like
alright.
if they totally think about these characters from a fighting game perspective, not just from a Mega Man perspective. Like if they
Yeah.
really look at them and think, if they were in a fighting game, how would they fit with these archetypes?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that'd be really cool. You know, you could have like Cyber Peacock as your trap character. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like your zoner. You know what
Uh-huh.
I mean? You could have like, you know, stuff like that. Fucking Shadow Man in there. You got to have Shadow Man.
Shadow Man
as
would be,
a,
well, he'd be
you know,
lit. Have Cutman,
Cutman.
Uh-huh.
Cutman. Yeah, let him like ricochet some saw blades around.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
You know, but we all know that Flashman wins at the end of the day.
Fucking Flash, man. That's why he's not gonna be in that damn game.
For real. And does Flashman one shot Quickman?
Ooh, no.
I mean, that's how it works.
What
You know, that's how
what
you
if-
kill Quickman, dude. You just flash him.
Yep.
Well,
Man, I don't know. I'm going off in a
who
direction.
would you
Let's
pick?
just-
Who would you pick? Scott?
Me?
Yeah, from Wily's Robots. It has to be from Wily's Robots.
Robot. Man, it might be Cutman.
Cutman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I like his goofy ass design.
Right.
Had nothing to do with,
With
the
the
fighting
scissors on his
capability.
head.
Yeah, with the scissors on his head. That's it.
I've always liked Fireman because he has that tall ass head.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
It looks like the Tower of Pisa or something. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like.
I would pick Woodman only for the theme.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And then you hit the.
Yeah, I know. I did it. Already.
You
I
can't
got
skip
excited.
that intro.
I got
That
excited.
intro's the best
It's
part,
so good,
man.
dude.
Oh god.
I don't know if it's the best part. The
well,
whole
it's
song
not the whole
is the
song
best part.
vibes. Yeah. It goes, man. It goes,
It hits it, dude.
dude. Oh. Let's go, dude. Let's
Yeah.
go. You know what? The soundtrack alone would make that game worth owning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the game could suck.
It's like Mega Man Soccer. Mega Man Soccer isn't
Right.
exactly the best game, but because you have wacky moves and because you have great music,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this game's great.
Yeah, I'll play it.
Yeah.
It's you know. Yeah. So Eastward, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
talked
the
about
force
this
goes
a little bit.
eastward.
Looks. Yeah, the first.
The force goes east, man. It's a joke, son. You missed it. So,
Bringing it back.
bring that beat back.
Yeah. Eastward looks good.
Yeah.
Pixel art RPG just released this week.
I'm happy to see more pixel art coming back.
Oh
man.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Well, I mean, I was
Bring back
thinking
the style
think
and the
about
cheap-
this. Like, I mean, so I was playing a little bit of Grandia 2,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
and that game looks like boo boo.
It didn't age so well.
It did. Polys from that era just don't age well.
It's like every time I see N64 games, I'm like, they could have skipped that.
But I felt that way in the N64
when it was
era.
going on.
Yeah, I felt that way at the time.
At least with Dreamcast games, you were going like, no, that looks okay.
That looks okay.
To this day.
At least it ran well.
Right,
Absolutely,
absolutely.
N64 didn't have that.
Yeah.
You know,
I went back and looked at...
Grandia 2, great game, but it looks like trash.
Yeah, it's the same way for like Lunar. I went back and looked at Lunar and Lunar 2.
Silver Star Story.
But pixel art, and again, this may just be a like biased, aesthetic preference. But pixel art just ages better.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know,
it does.
And this game looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about it. I kind of don't want to know any more about it.
There was a game. So the pixel art reminds me of this game that I think actually released as a full title, but I don't know because I got it as a demo really early on when the guy was still developing it. It was called Iconoclast.
Oh yeah, it does look like that. I played Iconoclast. That's a
really cool game.
Really
it's
fun.
A Metroidvania style kind of. Yeah, absolutely. But it has a very similar pixel art style.
Very
to
close.
It. Yeah.
Very close.
I love these games nowadays that they do pixel art, but they don't constrain themselves to what we had to back in the day with pixel art.
Right.
So what they'll do is use a 3D engine.
Yeah.
And then they'll just layer stuff.
Yeah.
And so you have all this diverse,
Well, it's a lot more fluid. It's a lot more
absolutely.
cinematic.
Yeah. And you don't have to worry about things having that slightly choppy animation because of resolution. For instance, everything smoothly scrolls and all of it. Yeah. It's a beautiful. And then they'll use like blur and depth effects.
Yeah.
On pixel art, like,
well,
I love that.
Dude, just the music sounds.
Yeah, the
like
music
it's
sounds
gonna,
great too.
Gonna fucking bang, dude. Just from that launch trailer, I was just like, this may just be worth owning just for the.
Do you know how much
this specific
it's launching for?
Probably like $14.99.
24.
Is it 24?
Okay.
$24.99. So about 25.
So that's why you're on the fence. You're like,
That's why I'm
well,
on the
either
fence.
Eastward or Streets of Rage 4 because they're both $25.
They're both $25.
Well,
and
I
I'm
can
like,
tell you right now
it's
that
gonna be
Streets of Rage 4 is more worth your time and your money. Like that game is just amazing, and they keep on adding to it.
Yeah.
And then this last DLC is not the final DLC.
So
what?
Eastward,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's still
they're
going,
gonna
bro.
keep. They're gonna keep putting
still going.
shit in. So this week, Streets of Rage 4 may be winning my money this week, but Eastward definitely is on the wish list.
Yeah.
Heard that.
You know. So,
Heard that.
'cause
Is,
it
do
just
we have
looks amazing.
do we have crossplay for SOR4?
I don't know.
I
think there might be crossplay. I don't know if it's crossplay with Nintendo because Nintendo gonna Nintendo.
Right. I mean, yeah, you're right about
Shit,
that.
Sony be Sony in too.
Sony beats
Very true.
Like, it seems like Microsoft's the only people that are trying to like make shit fair
play with their
nowadays, and I
friends.
don't understand how this is happening. The corrupt.
Well, it was kind of a reverse.
Yes,
Like,
everything
they kind
went
of flipped.
Everything went weird, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
No.
Microsoft's finally like, fuck it,
We're
whatever.
in the Berenstein universe.
Yeah, we are. No.
Oh no.
Nelson
Yeah.
Mandela died.
SOR4 does not
first
have
time.
crossplay.
Boo.
It does not. But while we're on the topic of beat 'em ups, did either one of you play River City Girls?
Yes.
Oh my
River
God.
City Girls is so.
Yeah, I never had a chance to play it.
Oh my
It's
God,
so
dude!
good.
I love those games too.
I own it.
love
You
it,
can you could play it. We could share it.
Jam on that.
play.
Jam
Oh,
on
let's
that game.
we can do share play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
so you don't
okay.
have to
Let's
buy
do
it.
that.
Yeah,
dude.
absolutely.
It's so fucking good.
So good.
I forget we can
love
do
it.
that. We can do the share play thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We should,
Hey,
we should
Scott,
take advantage of that more.
would you buy Streets of Rage 4 on your PlayStation?
I'd probably buy it on Steam.
Well, that
It's
still
only
doesn't help us to
two-
play.
No,
it
it
only
doesn't
supports
help us
two
But you'd have
players.
to also have PlayStation
I'd have to have
Plus. So
PlayStation
that's the
Plus,
problem.
so
yeah,
that's the
I keep
problem.
forgetting about
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
because I don't have PlayStation.
that's right.
Plus.
Yeah, dumb.
No.
Yeah.
Because all my PS4 is for the handful of Japanese Blu-rays that I own.
Oh.
Because it isn't region locked. That's
Oh.
literally the only reason I still have my PS4.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I barely have any games for it anyway,
Man.
and I never turn it on unless I'm watching Galaxy Express 999.
Wow. So is like Resident Evil the last game that you played on the PS4?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Okay.
So-
I got you. I mean, mine's basically
Overall.
a streaming box now.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I'm always on the 5.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
Although some VR titles still run better on the 4.
That's true.
Well,
Or
what's
run
up
it
with
all.
Dying Light 2? What's up with
this?
this?
Dying Light 2 and Battlefield got delayed,
It's
man.
Novid, man.
okay. Yeah.
Novid strikes again. So
just a month on each of them.
But here's the issue for me. Dying Light, Dying Light got pushed back. I thought Dying Light got pushed back until February.
Oh no!
Which it sucks because February and March are huge.
Oh,
you're not,
I mean,
you're not going to be talking to me. I'm going to be playing Elden Ring.
Oh well, I'm just saying there
are
are so many games coming out. We're going to end up having. What's the name of that?
King of Fighters.
King of Fighters. That's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
KOF's coming out. Anyway, whatever. The problem here is, look. I mean, I can wait for Dying Light 2. I'm fine with that. I love that series. Take your time. Battlefield is the problem because Battlefield was supposed to be coming out in the first week of October, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the perfect slot for them. All right, pushing back to now November the 19th, which any of my Final Fantasy 14 people know is day one of early access for Endwalker. So all of a sudden, this game that I've been saving up, like I wasn't going to get Deathloop. This was the main reason why I didn't get Deathloop is because I was going to get Battlefield in a couple of weeks. All right, I was going to play that.
Will this prompt you to get
then
Deathloop?
After that, one moment, please.
Okay.
After that, you enter the launch window for Call of Duty Vanguard. Right? So now they've put themselves squarely smack dab between like a massive RPG push, like a huge RPG, and then COD.
Yeah.
So once again, like I feel like they might suffer for this up front. Now, a lot of people are going to be like Battlefield fans or Battlefield fans.
Yeah, they're going to buy it anyway.
They're going to buy it regardless.
Matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there was that window, there was that small gap where there was no competition, and I feel like they might be shooting themselves in the foot with this one, Like it's just
Maybe.
like...
Do we know why it's being delayed?
No, exactly. It's an optimization.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
I mean, what they're doing is very ambitious. Like, you watch the trailers and everything, right?
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, it's crazy what they're trying to pull off, and it's not easy to do. But, that is a short delay, to be honest.
Absolutely. Just it might just be to, like, fix little things. But, again, with something that massive, how little could it possibly
So, wait.
Exactly.
So, Battlefield 5 was World War I? Is that right?
Battlefield 5... I don't remember. I remember the 2020, the future one. I don't know. I like Battlefield in concept, not really so much playing it.
Yeah,
because you spend a lot of time running.
Oh yeah,
and not seeing shit. Nothing's happening, and then this crack shot just like snipes you, and then you spawn back way far away from the action, and then you have to run back.
Dude,
so it's always kind of turned me off.
Last time I got into Battlefield was Vietnam.
Oh wow!
Battlefield Vietnam on the PC, and
you were in Nam?
Yeah, I was in Nam. Totally. Got a plate.
I lost my leg.
Yeah,
it grew back.
I'm good. Now
your arm's off.
There was no, it isn't. How about you? The
tangent.
I had a friend that actually used a flight stick and mouse and keyboard at the same time, and when I got to experience that, I was like, "Oh, this is
dope.
This is how to play it." Yeah, because you can shoot people accurately, and then you jump right in a plane, and then you start flying accurately.
Yeah, I mean, like Battlefield is an absolute masterpiece. Iteration after iteration.
This one looks great. Taking down cities and shit.
It does.
Buildings.
I was very excited to play it, and now I don't know when it'll happen. To answer your question about Deathloop, probably not. I'm probably still gonna wait for a sale for Deathloop.
I'm on that too.
I'm really kind of turned off by the way that it was reviewed. With IGN coming out of the gate giving it a 10 out of 10. Like, look, we talked about this. Yeah. Like I played this game with myself. When it comes to reviews, right? Like I like to listen to the reviewer. Sometimes I may not watch it if I might not look at the video itself.
Yeah, I do that
but
too.
That way I can because I don't want to. I don't want to see, because sometimes, especially with IGN, they will spoil the hell out of shit.
Oh yeah,
they really will.
They'll show you the middle of the big twist in the game and stuff.
They just kind of talk about it and be like, oh well, those were no spoilers. But I try to like listen to the reviewer, listen to the cadence of their voice, listen to their excitement level, and then I try to predict what their score will be.
Yeah.
And so when I did that for Deathloop, by the time I got to the end of it, I was like, okay, that sounds like an 8. Sounds like an 8 out of 10. And they're like 10 out of 10. And I'm like, Somebody got that paycheck.
I feel like
somebody got that check.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of, and it sucks nowadays, but I feel like you do kind of have to give a side eye for like a perfect score.
You do
on just about anything.
Right? Especially when you're thinking about 10 out of 10 games, right? Like Breath of the Wild. Okay, I'll grant it that only because it's compared to other things on that platform, right?
Okay.
So there was nothing else of that scale on the Switch at that time.
What is
exactly?
10 out of 10?
So that was 10 out of 10. I think they were saying Super Mario Odyssey, which I also think is fantastic.
Super Mario Odyssey is fantastic, but again, I'm just going off of what I would say. I wouldn't give either of those games a straight 10.
Right.
Those are good. Those are good. Like
shit, Hades is a 10.
Hades is a 10. There you go. Hades.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress.
I'll give Resident Evil 8.
I give RE 8 a 10. I would give RE 8 a 10 hands down. Now, but that's the thing that throws me off. That's what throws me off. I'm just like, okay, so the embargo lifts, and you guys are immediately GameSpot and IGN both said 10. And I was like, that's weird because I'm not seeing a 10 out of 10 game here.
Right.
And then I started looking at smaller.
You can't have a complaint and
be like, this is perfect. That's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
And so I was looking at some like lesser known reviewers, and the scores hovered around 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the ACG review, which is like buy, wait for a sale, or never touch, and they're like just wait for a sale, definitely wait for a sale, and they were very honest about everything.
Absolutely.
That all put me off so bad because I'm just like, I hate when you can tell that Sony was like, here's some money. Yeah. You guys, here you go. We can get you PS5s. For real. It's like we need a 10 out of 10 game for the holiday season, and here it is. And it's like.
So I just in general just don't pay attention to GameSpot or IGN reviews.
I just like to know what people are saying.
Right.
Want to know word around the campfire, right?
Yeah,
Man.
Every once in a while, I like to try to have faith, and I know IGN is not the source for that.
What are you, George Michael?
He's gonna have faith.
It would be nice.
But that did it. It made me mad, man. I'm like, why y'all gotta buy some scores over here, man? You know what I'm saying?
Is it just a timed exclusive, or is it
It
full
is,
on?
for a year.
So oh wow,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see if people have interest in it a year from now. Because I think it's one of those titles that is going to burn really bright while it's new.
Yeah.
And then kind of
for a certain gamer, this is exactly the game that you want.
Oh,
right,
you know what I mean?
right. And I mean, I think that I'll really enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's not
totally.
for $70.
I'm about to say
That's it, right?
Well, it looks very Bioshocky, so it even seems like one of the FPSs that I could potentially.
Did either of you guys play Prey?
Yeah, it's very Prey, and it's very.
You'd like Prey, man. If you see it for cheap, just go ahead and grab it. It would be your kind of game.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking really cool. I think it's a little bit more like original Deus Ex-y than like BioShock, but still same kind of thing, right? And this is the last game that they made. What's the name of that?
Arcane Studios.
Arcane, yeah. And I mean, I didn't.
Wait, was Prey the last game, or was it?
Yeah, Prey.
Yeah, it was Prey.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't dig Dishonored that much.
I thought it was all right. I thought it was once again kind of gimmicky.
Yeah, kind of gimmicky, and I didn't like the stealth. Like I thought the stealth was weak.
The stealth is the same way here in Deathloop.
The stealth looks weak in Deathloop,
right?
And I'm such a stealth guy.
Okay,
in
order to have good stealth, you have to have good AI. Absolutely. Without good AI, stealth means nothing.
Yeah, because I mean, like,
it doesn't matter, man.
Like you got to have those Metal Gear
slow
AI,
crouch
man.
walking, right?
Yeah, where they are like, hey, somebody's been here. Hold on a second.
Real. Or they happen to see you, then they walk over and look in the bush that you're hiding. You're like right there in front of them. Guess no one's here. And just walk away.
I did that.
Oh man.
Yeah. I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Star Wars Hunters. So is this just a hero shooter?
It's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess every franchise has to try to be Overwatch at some point.
Like, fine.
And Disney's like, we making money, man.
That's right.
Richard
Hey, man.
Bucks boy.
This one's
They're like, God, everybody, Star Wars. I don't care. Everybody all together now.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody Bucks boy in that.
So is it?
Like, how many Star Wars games do we have coming like this year?
Shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
Seriously.
My
It's
God.
overwhelming.
It hasn't been this overwhelming since like what, like the 90s.
Yeah.
When we had like a ton of like
LucasArts.
PC, like exactly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Well, I think it's because they've like it's not just EA that has the
Right.
rights to do it
Yeah.
now. They've actually spread the property out like they should
But,
have been doing
man,
it in the first.
I gotta fucking
place.
say though,
You know?
last couple of entries, like we were saying earlier, like Squadrons and
Yeah.
Fallen
Order.
Order, those
Yeah.
are
quality.
amazing games.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not just like, oh, we're gonna do something with the license. They actually thought about it
Actually,
and
yeah.
made a cool
Actually
experience.
did something
you know?
cool with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But again, like you just kind of giving a property like Star Wars to just one studio.
Oh, it's bullshit. Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it just
It's
never
the same thing with
made
Marvel.
sense.
You can't give Marvel to one
Right.
studio. You need to spread it
Yeah.
out like
Yeah.
they're
Right.
doing now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they'll
So
ruin it.
Disney's being a little bit smarter, you know.
Well, they're just like money.
They just
Like, because I mean that's
Give
the
me
thing.
your money.
I mean, especially when you're sitting there thinking about like Star Wars and like who particular Star Wars games are for. You have to really kind of kind of play to so many generations of Star Wars fans,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah,
You know,
especially at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got things like Star Wars Squadrons and Fallen Order for those old school hardcore original trilogy fans.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
What I'm saying? It's like, and then you have things
Wow,
like Lego
yeah, that
Star
is for
Wars
that.
coming back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
You know, for the kids.
The
you know?
Lego Star Wars actually looks
it looks lit.
it looks
Yeah,
amazing.
Lego games
Yeah.
are always lit. They're
This
always a
one's
great time.
The Skywalker Saga, I think that's what it's
Yes.
called. So it's
Yeah.
gonna go. It's not a remake of the old games.
Nope.
It's a completely new thing throughout the whole Skywalker Saga. Like holy
I
shit!
just
Hell
love
yeah.
seeing a
Yeah.
Lego Darth Maul.
Also,
Yeah,
you know,
so
oh
lit,
dude.
Oh my god.
Man. Yeah,
This is
you
head.
know, have you guys seen?
You can
the,
reenact the Phantom Menace. Literally, you just pull his legs off.
Have you? Oh damn! Yeah.
Damn, that got dark, bro.
It got dark side.
something dark side.
When he figured out the formula.
Something
There's- no-
complete.
There's like another Lego game that I'm pretty sure is
Harry Potter.
just on PC.
Harry Potter's lit. Which one?
No, it's like a Lego building game that is like RTX supported. So it's like super realistic textures, and they make it look like as realistic as Legos as possible.
You know what?
With,
Do you know Lego could if they were able to find the right developer, they are the ones who could dethrone Minecraft. I've been sitting here trying to figure out how do you who could take Minecraft on. I've been thinking about it.
they could fucking kill Roblox and Minecraft with one
Bro,
swoop.
if only they could
could
get
just-
the right development studio, Lego could do it.
They need to buy the original guy, that Mojang dude.
Right,
They need to just
absolutely.
go ahead and buy him off
Right.
and just be
Yeah.
like, hey, look, I know you're not associated with Minecraft anymore, but
That'd
Lego
be
money.
huge. Because did you
Right?
ever see?
Yeah,
did you
Lego
ever see
money,
when they
that's what it is.
they made that Bugatti
Yeah.
out of like Technics and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw
Jesus,
that.
man.
Dude, it was
It's-
sick.
Man.
It was incredible.
Some of those Lego competitions just don't even make sense.
Right, yeah,
Like I saw somebody that made like a battle cruiser, like a big like aircraft carrier,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
But like it was to scale with the size of the Lego men. So this thing was, I mean I don't know, like.
Bigger than this room.
six lunchroom tables, like
Right.
school lunchroom
Jesus.
tables, like
Yeah,
that
that's
kind of,
insane.
like huge, fucking huge, yeah.
Right.
And it had every single gun and every single guy, and they're all saluting, and it's all like,
funny.
Jesus, man, yeah.
Man, there's some creative Lego buildings.
You guys ever
out there.
gone
Absolutely,
to
dude.
the mall when they've done that? Because
Yeah.
they've done that a couple of times. Yeah,
Absolutely.
and they've had some
That
really
is
cool
rad.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
It's like
super
the
neat.
only reason to go to the mall. Like,
Yep.
and they got Legos down there and Santa. That's it. That's the only thing.
Legos and Santa. I don't know if you want to go for the Santa.
I don't trust that
I don't
Santa.
personally. No. You're not the real Santa.
The real Santa is at Walmart. I'm being for real. Walmart and Bessemer.
Is that where the real
That's
Santa is?
the real Santa.
the
What
real
is he out
That's
there with
the-
a bell,
that's
or
the-
is he like
no,
you can actually
he's
go
out
sit
there-
down and
no,
take
you
pictures
actually
with
go
him?
sit down. Andy's out there with the bell, and he rides the damn fire truck in the parade. That's the
Never
real.
mind, respect. Respect.
That's the real
All right.
Santa.
That's the real Santa.
He's retired for the rest of the
He's
year.
retired.
but
He's retired. Yeah.
He's the real fucking Santa.
Okay, so Cruisin'
Blast.
Blast. We get a new Cruisin'.
Blast. And-
Cruisin's back.
And I'm
This
jealous
looks
because
rad.
you're the only one that can play it. Because I want to cruise.
Finally, I got one. There's
Yeah.
all these months listening to you guys talk about these great games that I can't play.
Now you got one.
Now I got one. Everybody gets one. No, this looks rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am sad that you guys can't play it.
Yeah, because I love cruising.
Yeah,
I like
cruising's
cruising.
rad.
I like cruising. I like cruising as an arcade experience.
That's what I was gonna say,
wouldn't
man.
be-
Without like some pizza involved, because I used to go
Right.
like to Formaggio's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, get me a calzone.
I love a
then-
good calzone.
and then cruise on them.
Didn't cruising have like you could like
Didn't
double
even
tap?
wipe your hands
double tap
before
the-
you grabbed the
No,
handle.
you grease it up, which
grease
doesn't
that-
Yeah,
grease
well,
up
it was
that
already
wheel.
greased up by the time
it
you
makes
got
you turn
there.
better, which
yeah,
then you
gotta
get-
turn flat palm. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Gotta flat palm it.
You do.
But no, couldn't you like double tap the gas and do flips in the air and shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I never did that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
What? You haven't been playing cruising.
Apparently, I was literally just cruising. I
yeah.
wasn't even.
Nah, this is
I wasn't.
Daytona.
It's not called
He wasn't
flipping
trying-
USA. It ain't called bussing USA. It's called cruising USA.
You know, I wonder, like,
Turn this
how,
into crashing USA.
I mean, literally.
I mean,
that's kind of
I'd play it.
part of it.
Yeah.
But I just wonder. I wonder how the game turned out.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that myself. I'll pick it up eventually.
Well, okay, all right,
I'll
but
pick
see,
it up
you're
eventually.
the
But
test
again,
market.
Streets of Rage is priority right now. But
Right on.
cruising.
You
and
rather
then-
beat up cars than drive them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right on.
Right.
Yeah,
I
dude.
want
like
to test my
Uh-huh.
strength.
Yep. With 90s house music.
That's right.
Man, yeah, although I do love me some cruising, I still just keep going back to like I just want another burnout.
I just want to, yeah, absolutely.
Man,
Me too.
Burnout.
it's just
I would love another burnout.
I just want another
I think
F-Zero.
you know,
another F-Zero. Well, that's a different thing.
that's a
that's-
different-
yeah,
I
that's
want both of
completely
those
different.
things.
I think we're about to
Want
see
another run out,
another
yeah.
Paradise remake.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we're gonna see
really?
another
Oh,
one.
What?
cool. Hell yeah.
Man, see,
Well, I
Burnout
don't know how I
Paradise
feel
is a
about that.
great game. It's
mean,
it's a fucking great game.
It is a great
Yeah.
game.
But
I
it's
would
not
rather see
old school Burnout.
I
It's
would
not
rather see
2.
Burnout 3.
Oh, 3?
Takedown.
Takedown.
I'd
Okay,
rather see,
okay,
yeah,
that's
I'd
the
rather
one.
see
That's
a
the one,
remake
yeah.
of either Takedown or Revenge. You know what I'm saying? Like
That'd be
Revenge was a really good time too.
Yeah.
Revenge was more racy.
It was was way more racy.
Way more racy. But
Yeah.
but that one was cool. 'cause-
Takedown was more like level based.
right.
But,
and I liked that party crash mode in Takedown.
Yeah,
That's really
absolutely.
yeah. Let me
Takedown was a sweet spot.
mess this intersection up over here. Yeah, see? Don't cruise in Cruising USA.
That's right.
I
Yeah,
fucked
you're supposed
up.
to be, we're supposed to be flipping.
I
bro.
was
We're flipping. And so Hawkeye, right? Like we're
So, this is a series?
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
And-
so Jeremy Renner's character's dead. Like actual Hawkeye's dead. You
Yeah,
know,
but now he's back as he's being daddy.
right?
Is he
Daddy
dead?
Hawkeye?
He didn't die in game.
Did he retire? Is that what the case is?
I thought that he
No, he
did.
just
Did he
went-
not-
No,
did he
Black
not-
Widow died.
Black
but I
Widow
thought he died
died
after that.
Infinity,
What happened
or-
to
or
him?
in
Yeah, now
game.
that I'm thinking about it, what the fuck did happen? No, he
He
got
just
his
went back
family
to his
back.
family.
He did just go back
He
to
just
his
Yeah.
goes back to the
He just
farm, man.
retired.
He just-
That's all
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
he
he
just
left it
retired.
all
Yeah,
behind.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. So, yeah, it's his daughter as Hawkeye. I mean,
Is it his daughter? Though?
That's-
I thought
that's
it
the way
looks
I'm
like,
taking it.
Oh,
well,
I thought it was still
'cause that
him,
was
and
the-
then he's training.
It's him, and he's
His
training,
daughter's also she's also a crack shot.
But it's yes,
archer.
but
Yeah.
this is. I feel like in the trailers, it looked like he was training a different girl.
well, we don't know
Because
time
there's
frame.
always
we
been-
don't know time
exactly.
frame.
I thought
Yeah.
it was like it's like okay, he's over here being Hawkeye. He's a badass. Everybody just knows it. But she is like almost direct competition to him. But he doesn't know that it's his daughter. And then he finds out.
Yeah.
And then it seems like they are kind of in a little bit of a competition with one another.
Yeah.
But also it's kind of
But
maybe a
then they
Leon the
team
professional
up.
situation.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't read it.
And the people,
Hard
yeah,
to tell.
and the people that he fucked over while he was Ronin are coming after him.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like in the trailer. I don't know. I'm excited. I've recently caught up on the Marvel TV shows, and they're all pretty good. So, I mean, my interest has been piqued again for at least the shows.
I mean,
You know, so
if they can do as good of a job with that they've been doing with the other shows, then it'll at least be
it'll
decent.
at least be fine. It'll at
Yeah.
least be worth a watch.
Yeah,
So,
'cause, I mean, I really,
Bring it on.
I still think that out of those 3 shows, the Disney shows, Winter Soldier and Falcon is the weakest out of the 3 of them. Not that it's bad. It's
not that it's bad.
It's good.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, but the other 2 were just very cool, and they take themselves less
Yeah.
seriously. for a
Loki
lot
is
of it.
Loki
Yeah.
is Marvel, Doctor Who, and WandaVision is fucking amazing.
WandaVision is
WandaVision was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
and we
It was
get
a lot of
White
fun.
Vision at the
Dude,
end, man.
Dude,
Right.
I love the talent show in that
Oh,
where,
dude.
where Vision's all gummed up.
Yeah.
So he's acting all drunk and doing dashing, and then he pushes the hat through him, and she's like, "Oh, how am I gonna fix this?" Puts a mirror behind him, and everybody's just like, "Oh, it's mirrors."
Right.
so she has to keep trying to figure out ways to make people believe that
it's just a
that
magic
it's
show.
just a magic show.
Totally. Yeah. Man,
They're just doing a bad job with
that's
a magic
good shit
show.
right there. Yeah. But
yeah, man. I saw a meme the other day that was like, you know, all superheroes who wear red don't have vision, and it showed a picture of Daredevil, and then it showed a picture of the Scarlet Witch.
oh,
And it was like, like, guys,
wow.
like really, just cold, man.
Turn the night.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, this is brutal. It's not even funny.
Make my heart hurt.
I don't know. I'll watch it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So everybody lost. Did you know that?
Except for us.
We won,
Yeah.
but
Isn't that great?
Epic and
did we?
Apple lost. Yeah, we won.
Oh,
we
we
won. We absolutely won. You know why?
Because we called it.
because now-
Because we called it when we first talked about this.
well, they
that no one's gonna win.
No, well,
There's that.
There's
yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, the
We're
thing
prophetic.
is, like,
That's
now on iOS, you know, they can't, you know, restrict developers from telling people about another way to pay for things.
That's right.
Right.
So I mean, that just keeps Apple from just like trying their best to monopolize
Right.
these gaming markets.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I get that.
well, them
yeah.
taking
So that's
30% of your profits
That's
is
huge.
That's a chunk, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Here's a third of
absolutely.
what you made.
Right.
You know?
Yep. Just because you're on our platform.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
And you
Yeah.
know that's not worth it for most of these developers.
Exactly.
A third is their profit in general.
Right.
You know
Most
what I
of the
mean?
time.
Yeah. Most people don't make more than that.
Right.
You know? And so yeah, there's that. I think Apple actually lowered their percentage to 15. Maybe it's 20.
That's more fair.
Yeah. So they actually lowered their percentage.
Well,
Now
it's
companies
Sony
competing-
even
it's
takes
actually
20.
competing with
Yeah. Mhm.
Epic at this point.
Yeah, Epic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they also pretty much said to Epic that hey, you guys started this, so you're not coming off clean either.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like
Pretty
you
much,
also
yeah.
breached. That was a breach
You
of contract.
breached contract.
Yeah.
So
So
just get ready to pay some money.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? And it's funny because they're actually trying to appeal that.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, you did it.
Yeah.
And we know that you did it. We know why you did it.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to remember part of being a martyr means that somebody dies.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean that you just get to expose, you know, something that may be a little bit unethical.
Like, well,
Yeah.
that was fun. I won. Yay.
Yay!
No, no, you're
For
still
real.
on the
No,
cross,
motherfucker,
man.
That's right.
just put that bag down right there and
That's
back away
right.
from it.
Man, fucking Tim Sweeney's
Tim
dumbass.
Sweeney,
He-
bro.
he-
To
I
answer
like
your
Tim
question,
Sweeney.
Lime, Epic and Apple had a dick waving competition, and both came out with broken dicks.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was all over Fortnite.
Yeah.
Epic wanted to be able to monetize Fortnite in different ways through the Fortnite
Through the
app.
iOS. Yeah.
And Apple's like, no, if you want to sell things, you have to sell it through the Apple Store. You know, sell it through us.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? With Fortnite being, you know, multi-billion-dollar franchise,
Right.
all of a sudden their dick was very, very large in the room.
Indeed,
Apple
yeah.
still got the bigger dick, but still, it's a very, very large
They-
penis. And so they're just like, you know what? Well,
So
here's
huge.
what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, we're gonna still put our own monetization system in here so that the money can come directly to us, or
Right.
people can buy things through other channels.
Yeah.
Apple's like, we said no. So next thing you know, lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
And this has been going on for the past what, like 2-3 years? How long has it been?
I
now?
don't think it's been that long. I think it's
that
only
long.
been about a year.
About a
It's been
year?
about a
Mhm.
year.
It's been
yeah,
about a
only
year.
been about
Yeah.
a year.
And
But
so,
they were prepared because they knew
right.
they broke the rules.
Oh, they did it on
already
purpose.
had a video
Well,
lined up that they were going
yeah.
to
Yeah,
release.
yeah.
Dude,
they did
like-
it in tandem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
like
did.
they did all this on purpose. Like they knew for a fact they were
Yeah.
they were batting the hornet's nest, and they did it to make an example. And their goal has been achieved.
Man.
Yeah.
You know, it
I
truly
just-
has.
It gets me that a man like Tim Sweeney, who in general, in his own right, is almost at like John Carmack levels of amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
especially if you're looking at early career Tim Sweeney, he's the dude that came up with fucking Unreal Engine.
Right.
Him.
Yeah.
You know, he's the original programmer for this stuff. Cliff Bleszinski was the ideas guy.
Yeah.
Tim Sweeney was the programmer. They were very much that same dynamic when it came to the id situation, right?
Right.
And then Tim Sweeney became CEO. And unlike where Carmack was like, yeah, somebody else can handle the business. I'm a programmer and I'm good at this and I'm going to keep making our amazing engines. Tim Sweeney's like, we got people for that.
Right.
I'm gonna be the face of the company.
Oh,
and he decided
boy.
he's gonna go talk to people.
He turned
and,
into Tim Swindle.
dude,
I mean,
he made some
but-
kind of comment about this being like fucking like the 60s and race riots and stuff like that and all kinds
Yeah,
of like
okay,
this is like the oppression of American blah
you
blah
go,
blah.
You go
fucking-
die on that
like
hill, Tim.
Jesus.
I mean,
Come on.
but at the end of the day, he was successful. So
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. That's
I
it.
mean, he
Yeah.
just my problem is that he's not owning up and being like, all right, well,
You
we
caught
had
me.
had
Yeah.
the money put aside because
Yeah.
we knew this was going to happen.
Right,
They should have gone ahead and just been like, all right, this is going to cost us, but we're going to change the landscape, right?
It sounds like he had the same idea that Matt Stone and Trae Parker did when they made Team America and they made that sex scene.
Oh yeah.
Because they had the same
Jesus.
responses as like, well, we asked for all of this, but we knew we wouldn't get that, so we actually only wanted this much. But if you give them this and they go, no, you can't have that, and you're like, well, yeah, we only wanted this anyway.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Did you ever see the extended version of that scene?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's stupid.
Jesus.
It's so they were trying to offend people
absolutely.
so that they'd be
Throughout
like, oh,
that
come on, you got to
entire
scale
movie.
it back.
Throughout that
Yeah.
entire movie.
You know, when I first saw that movie, I was really impressed that it existed at all.
Right,
You know,
absolutely.
I'm just like, because this is very on the nose.
And at the
You
time
know?
that it
oh
existed,
yeah,
you know?
during the Bush presidency,
Dude.
War on Terror,
Uh-huh.
like I mean that it was
God,
social commentary to
speaking
the
of some
highest
Norm,
degree.
I heard Norm say a fucking joke. He was like, you know, if we're gonna fight the war on terror, we should start with haunted houses. They're scary.
That was Norm.
That's okay. All right,
That's
we're
a
getting
Norm
there.
joke
so
for
we
you.
got Tales of Arise,
Tales
the
of
demo.
Arise.
Yeah.
Why are we talking about this again?
Because both of
The
us
game
felt the
is
same
out.
way. Both of us felt the same way about it. That's why.
Oh, so we're just here to say that Tales games are always
It
dated?
feels like a Tales game, and it feels dated. And I really
I wanna
wanted
just
to give
bust
this
on
one.
Tales,
I'm
though.
not trying to bust on it either because I understand that there's a demographic there. But
Oh,
I was
yeah.
expecting a change. I
Look,
was
those
expecting
games are made for the nostalgic.
Right.
Yeah.
They're made for people who just loved that, old school era of JRPGs,
Yep.
and who still want that same gameplay in 2021. They're not aware that it's 2021,
Yeah.
and that we can do more. You know, and I love a good JRPG. I
Absolutely.
truly do. However, Tales games, they always suffer from having just really simplistic animations.
Yeah.
Their battle system's really, really fun.
Yeah,
But once again, it just looks old. It looks like like a remaster of a game from like 2006.
Well, like Robbie sent us that combo video,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
was going, "Oh yeah, the combo's hot." And then I saw that the guy he's fighting was still standing
Yeah, he like
straight up.
uppercutted him into there. He came in,
and-
punch, put the
just-
dude up in the air. The guy goes up into the air, and like Devil May Cry when you're juggling somebody, they're
Their
kind of
body's
limp.
kinda-
Yeah,
yeah,
they're just
uh-huh.
hanging.
Yeah.
And you're just keeping them up there. This dude was literally standing.
He was just
He was
in
just
his
standing-
same
just
standing
standing
animation,
in
just
the
getting,
air.
getting hit
just
in the
getting
feet,
hit,
going.
and it's like, come on, guys, like you could have paid a little bit more attention.
Starting to sprinkle.
But still, I mean, Tales games are always good as
Again-
far as their stories.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
I feel like,
But
and
I couldn't
again,
get
like
through
you're
this
talking
demo,
about, there's
dude.
a-
I
I couldn't
know.
get through the demo.
I'd like
yeah.
to play the demo just to
You
see
should.
because
Yeah, check it out.
I
That's
did-
literally what I did too.
That's
Yeah.
I mean you're talking about there's a demographic. I am that.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
totally.
that.
I mean,
that-
I would
yeah.
love nothing more than like a Golden Sun remake, right?
Right,
Like
absolutely.
I would love that. But it's like the way that they presented Tales of Arise was
made
like
it look
was
like it was
supposed
going
be
to evolve.
right.
the formula
Absolutely.
just a
But
little
when you
bit,
actually
but it
play it, it's like okay, it is definitely prettier.
Yeah.
It's definitely
They
the prettiest
moved over to
Tales
Unreal
game.
Engine.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that made me think right there that it was going to be a different feeling game.
Right.
Oh, hey, they're starting from scratch. They're gonna
JRPGs evolve very slowly,
it's
man.
Tales.
Very,
Still
it's
Tales.
just Still
Mhm.
Tales.
And
Yeah.
it seems like they didn't do enough voiceover work. You know what I mean? I was reading a whole bunch of regular
Do they not?
conversation.
They usually do. Tales games are usually chock full of
Yeah,
voiceovers.
maybe it's just in the demo. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
there were whole sections where I was going like, why isn't this voiced over?
Right.
Why don't they have these characters talking to me? instead
Yeah,
of
because
doing
they
this?
usually have tons of cutscenes.
We need to
like
we need to really like like one thing I will absolutely give Metal Gear Solid 5 that they did super well is they took away from you having to sit in a black screen talking on a codec all the time into you can be exploring the area and doing things while people talk on your comms.
Right.
And so you're getting the same codec story situation, but you're doing it as you're infiltrating and as you're checking shit out.
That's
as you're
like
doing
Sam Fisher, man.
yeah, exactly.
Splinter Cell.
He, on the comms the whole time.
Keep
You know
the
what I mean?
keep the narrative going
While you're
through
still
gameplay,
interacting,
during
you know,
gameplay,
like
yes.
how much does it suck in VR games when they start telling you a damn story and then you can't move, and you're just standing there going like, "Fuck! If I could do anything, if I could even just move into your
at
face,
least in
if I could
VR,
just."
you usually have your hands, so,
So
you
you-
can
oh,
kind of
so you
slap
can-
them a little bit,
yeah,
or give them a little poke.
I like
You know?
I love doing stuff like that. Like as they're talking, just kind of or
Just
Pick
poke
your
it.
pick their nose.
pick
Yep,
their
pick their
nose.
nose. That's right.
Nice.
Jesus, but I mean, I think that Tales of Arise will be it'll be a good game.
It
Or
doesn't look like it's a
it's
bad
fine.
game. It's
Yeah.
just not what I want.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
tried.
looking for that RPG.
For the people that are that's the experience they're looking for, it'll probably be great.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know.
absolutely. Robbie's loving it.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
here's an experience that I don't understand why we hadn't had the entire fucking generation.
Are you sure you don't understand it?
Yes, I do not understand
don't
it.
understand
No, I don't.
You
I
don't?
also don't understand why you
How
still
do you
can't
not
do this.
understand this?
You also can't do this on the PS4 and PS5.
Yeah.
It doesn't make fucking sense.
So
Wait. What are we
Nintendo-
discussing? Okay.
So
Bluetooth headphones
so
now work
Nintendo-
on the Switch.
So Nintendo just released an update. I think it was.
I
like
thought
3
you were
days
saying
ago.
that it was like a blue, like Nintendo's brand.
No.
Oh no.
It's
No.
just Bluetooth,
It's
just
just
working.
Bluetooth
Yes.
working.
Yes.
on the Switch.
Yes.
This is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you see what I'm saying here?
That's fucking hilarious.
This is
Yeah.
basic
Yeah,
shit.
I mean,
hey,
that is
guess
true.
what's included now?
See,
A wall outlet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
like it's like the most basic shit possible.
all right.
Come
all
on,
right.
you can't
See, now, it
use
seems
your
like- it seems
headphones
like-
with
okay,
modern devices.
Did they
What's going on
launch
with
their
this?
own brand of headphones?
No, this is
So
just a
why
software
is-
update where now we
It's
can
just a
use
software
the
update,
headphones
yeah.
that you've
I'm
owned
done.
on a
I'm done with
right,
this shit, bro.
right.
Yeah.
But PS5 isn't any better.
Um,
You can't use Bluetooth headphones on the PS5.
I guess I just use my Bluetooth headset
Right,
all
but
the
they
time,
also
but, yeah.
immediately offer their own thing. Here's some cool headphones that work really well.
Well, but you
know?
it still requires a dongle. So I mean,
It's still-
that's
which
why
is
your
dumb.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
especially
why
with
your Bluetooth
limited
wouldn't work.
ports. Come
Yeah.
on, man. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, but I like I understand
Everything
on that
should
front,
work with it. With
but the
Bluetooth
Switch
headphones.
with its kind of focus on mobility,
Right.
it doesn't really make sense that Bluetooth would not be supported.
Wouldn't be supported immediately. Well, you had to
Immediately,
have
yeah.
the fucking phone app, and then have the
Oh.
phone.
Oh, is that how it
plugged
works?
into the Switch? Yeah, it was fucking stupid. You know. So that's what this is.
Wait. Is okay.
It's okay. So you have your headphones and your mic.
well, that's how it used to
into-
work
that's
before.
how it
so
used to work.
Is that how it works now? Is this,
No.
Okay.
This is
thank
something
you. Okay.
different. They've finally gotten rid of that, and this is something that people who own the Switch and play a lot of like communicative like multiplayer shit have been asking for. Please just let us use our Bluetooth headphones and like mic and shit.
and have
Right.
voice chat on.
Well,
have voice chat.
now voice chat's another thing entirely for Nintendo. They don't like
yeah,
that.
they don't. Yeah,
Because people get assholey. They get really
Yeah.
assy on
but
online.
that's what it is. It's
So wait,
basically
so
just
chat's not-
replacing the phone app.
Okay, but there's no chat, right?
No, there's chat.
There's chat?
Yeah,
There's chat on the Switch.
yeah.
And Nintendo signed off on this.
Uh huh.
That's evolution.
Yeah, it
That's
is,
crazy.
But it took
That's
them
crazy.
this far.
I mean, but that makes more sense. If we're only talking about using Bluetooth headphones, that's one thing. Because, I mean, that should, out of the
It's
box,
just-
you should
yeah.
be able to do that with
Right.
the Switch,
Yeah.
okay? Chat on a Nintendo console is game changing, you
Yeah.
know, because they want
They don't
everybody
like
to play
to do that.
nice.
Yeah, they don't like to
right.
do that. Yeah.
That's how you keep your community as not vanilla, as kind as possible.
Okay.
As you remove the ability
Well,
for people
like
to
we were
speak.
talking about with Final Fantasy 14, right?
Exactly. Once when you don't have that chat, it's way harder to offend people.
I mean,
especially with profanity filters, all those kind of options.
Hey, like think about Dark Souls, you know?
It
If-
did take the Switch way too long to
Way
do this,
too
but
long.
Nintendo's
Yeah.
gonna Nintendo. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But no,
you
it's
know.
like with Dark Souls, you know, somebody comes in and they can't talk to you and call you shitty names, but they can
Oh,
bow
emo?
and then
Uh-huh.
point and then whip that ass.
Exactly.
And you're like, well, at least he bowed.
Yeah, right.
At least he was
For real,
polite.
because the second he gets a voice, N-bombs start dropping.
Dude.
You know, I mean, that's the way it goes,
That's
right?
exactly.
And so that's why I'm really surprised that Nintendo would be like, okay, you guys can chat. That's nuts.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, I had a person
See
come
how it
up to
works
me
out.
in Bloodborne one time.
Yeah,
they,
we'll see.
they invaded my fucking world, okay? I'm in the middle of fighting some crazy shit. And I saw the guy. Like, you know, most of the time, they'll just come up and gank you, right? This dude walked into my field of view around the enemies, and then he waved and then sat down. And
he was just
Yeah,
watching.
he waited
Just
for me to get
observing.
rid of the mob.
Yeah.
And then he basically gave me a minute to heal up, and then he stood up and he was like,
This is an honorable man right here.
"That's
I respect that. That's, so
right.
good.
You get a friend request."
Okay, who won the battle?
Oh, he fucking waxed me. What are you talking about?
That's why he waited.
Exactly. He's like, oh, look at that shitty dodging.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's gonna be easy.
I'm
Yeah,
about to
for real.
roll
You
on
don't know
this
how to parry.
Hold on, let me take all my armor off first.
Yeah, let's make this even.
Goddamn.
Oh god.
So that's the news.
That is the news. That is the
That's
news.
the news.
And now we're gonna talk about Doity Woik.
Doity works.
Thunder Chief. Thunder Chief. Thunder
You know, it's really funny that song plays because I always thought it's when I was
The
younger.
Dunder Chief? Did you think it was the Dunder Chief?
30 Thieves in the Thunder Chief.
Oh, the Thunder. That's way better because that makes sense.
It's Chief Thunder.
I always thought it was the Dunder Chief, which
the
never made
Dunder-
sense.
yeah.
I was like, I don't even know what a
It was
Dunder
always
Chief
Thunder
is.
Chief for me.
But a Thunder Chief, that's
The 30
good.
Thieves in the Thunder Chief.
Like,
I
seriously,
like
guys,
that.
How did Chief Thunder hit you with his mohawk like that?
Dude.
This. And actually, that mohawk was kind of like
It's like a
5
plasma hawk.
feathers
Absolutely.
sticking out of
Yeah,
his head.
that's it.
Yeah. I was always wondering, like, how were they attached to his skull?
Oh, they were
like
just
that?
stabbed in that shit.
Uh-huh.
He did that shit every morning. Bop, 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 bop. And went outside.
Thinking about his dead brothers.
Yeah, that's
So this movie is funny, but it's not a good movie.
This is a terrible movie. Dirty Work. Look, dude,
Yeah,
it was one of those
yeah.
movies that
it's an excuse for him to be on
very
screen
90s.
for
right
more than an hour, right?
And you know, this was Bob Saget. This is Bob
Yes.
Saget's first
Yeah.
directorial debut. This
Okay.
is
and
it.
only for real.
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean, I think he did a couple of like episodes on like some TV shows, but
Yeah,
he
but
never really
there's
did,
a
like,
reason
another
that he
feature.
didn't make another movie.
Right,
Because
right.
of
And
Dirty
then,
Work.
honestly,
Yeah.
Dirty Work was filmed in '96, and I think it finally came out in '98. Like they pushed
Yeah,
it
it
back.
took a
This is
while.
also credited as Chris Farley's last movie.
Oh shit!
Oh, I thought that was Great White Ninja.
Beverly
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah.
That was his last major
That
role.
was his major role.
Role,
but this
right,
was his
but this was his last
movie.
actual film.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then of course, like I said, it took an additional 2 years to
My
come out.
God.
Come out, yeah.
Dude,
You know?
Chris Farley, it just he can be on screen for like 10 seconds and just
Oh, man.
immediately like sell
So,
it to you.
like,
you
I
know?
mean, speaking of music, when he was just like, he's like, you know what you're gonna play? Because I mean, Norm Macdonald's about to get into a fight because his friend is over there about to get his ass kicked, and Chris Farley's over there at the jukebox about to play some music. He's like, that's right, I'm gonna play Rolling Stones. What do you say? Street Fight, baby.
Yeah, Street-
G7, and he actually hit
just put
G8. He goes, if you like pina coladas. Getting
See,
caught
that's
in the rain.
This movie is not good.
It's so
but
bad.
it's got some gems in it.
Oh,
and
shit.
Norm Macdonald specifically, this is why we're talking about it, because R.I.P. Norm Macdonald.
R.I.P.
Like he's just so Norm.
He is
In this
He's
fucking
definitely
movie.
that.
Well,
And I
he
love-
brings his shticks into the movie, like the
Easily,
whole like
yeah.
He plays a great loser.
note to
Yeah.
self.
Yeah,
because he used to do that all the time.
I don't
you know?
want to live.
Yeah, I don't.
I love the running gag where he's constantly getting thrown.
Yeah, right.
dude.
Uh-huh.
When he gets thrown into the dumpster, that's,
That's-
probably
Yeah,
my
dude,
favorite one.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
So just so we stay organized here a little bit. So Dirty Work is a Norm Macdonald film about 2 friends who, while they were growing up, you know, they never took shit from people. That was the whole thing. They were
Yeah.
told his friend. What was his friend's name?
Artie.
It's Artie Lang,
Artie
but
Lang.
I can't think of what
so
what his actual name is.
Artie's character, his father was a boxer, and always told him, "Hey, never take shit.
Don't take shit
from nobody."
Yeah.
And so they would always, get revenge on all the bullies when they were in high school.
They would do a
all
lot
that
of
kind
practical
stuff.
jokes and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they ended up the prank masters, and so they ended up growing up, getting jobs, and basically just being pushovers. All right. Eventually, they get sick of doing that and start a revenge for hire business. And so they're like,
because his dad needs a heart transplant.
Exactly.
Well,
Yes,
I think it's great
yes.
because this has that same shtick that a bunch of 90s movies, especially like in this kind of genre, had, where it's like, oh no, we need a bunch of money like tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, let's
And
do
then hilarity
something
in
crazy.
news.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they end up actually hijacking a car commercial.
Yeah.
And because he meets this girl. Of course, he thinks she's super cute.
Is that the girl
She
from like
works-
Dharma and Greg or something? She's from one of those
I don't
TV
know.
shows. I don't know. She's from a 90s TV show.
I haven't thought about
She
that
is a
title
90s.
Yeah.
forever.
It's one of those.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? She's like, Amy Smart, but not. But
totally.
not Amy Smart. So not Amy Smart walks in on Norm Macdonald trying to figure out how he's going to make some money. She tells him that she works like at an automotive dealership. Her boss is an asshole. He walks her to work, sees
He's
the boss, and the boss is a
what's
dick.
that dude's name? He's in Anchorman.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's
and then Run, Ronnie,
God.
Run. And
Run,
then-
Ronnie, Run.
Yeah, that dude's great.
I love that guy. I always love him.
Yeah, he's so good. Whatever role he has.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But they ended up actually, he gets revenge on the car dealership owner by getting a whole bunch of dead hookers and putting them in the trunks
he
of the
gets
car.
They're
live
alive.
hookers.
Well, they're
He gets
alive,
live-
yes.
He doesn't get dead hookers.
Yes, he gets
doesn't
alive
go
hookers and puts them in the trunks of the cars so that during the broadcast
but he's
they
got
appear as
He's got
dead
the auto
hookers.
truck opens and he keeps opening them up. He's like, hey, look, there's
another dead hooker over here.
And he's like, whoa,
I've
you
never
don't know
seen
they're
so many dead hookers
you
in my
don't know they're
life.
dead hookers? He's like, I know what a dead hooker looks like.
That's a dead hooker, And so
There's another one over here.
All
He's
of
like-
these trunks have dead hookers.
I love it when he asks him. He's like, "Oh yeah, those trunks look tiny." He's like, "This is alive." Oh, okay, look,
Right.
they're not tiny. They're very spacious. He like,
opens it up, dead hooker.
oh my god, I'm trying to close it.
That's so good.
I love that gag. Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
good. But this is one of those movies that really is. It's funny while you're watching it, but it's way funnier in retrospect, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
yeah.
it's so funny just to remember it.
Yeah.
and
I
just
don't
talk
think
about it,
a
like-
lot of the jokes landed while
They
I was
never land.
watching it.
Well,
yeah,
but
while I was
that's
watching it,
norm,
but then when you
right?
think about it, it's just like, God damn.
Is he
that's
doing
so
that on
funny.
purpose
So
though?
fucking
He's doing
funny.
that
Like,
on purpose.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. Norm's too meta for this kind of
He
shit.
really
like
Right.
he just
to be a leading man.
Like,
yeah.
really, man,
Well,
he's too.
the movie was supposed to have been R-rated. It was supposed to have been an R-rated film, and they ended up cutting like a huge chunk of it.
I mean, you can
in
tell.
order to make it PG-13.
I mean,
right.
that sounds like Half
and
Baked.
so exactly.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Half Baked was supposed to be dark and R and all this stuff, and they were like, "Wait, guys, we got to make this silly."
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this was definitely going to be silly.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was going to be. This is Bob Saget.
So he was
bro.
going to be fucked
You know
up.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was going to be a fucked up little movie, and they just ended up taking a lot of that out.
Yeah.
And it sucks because we'll never see it.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
no,
that-
we won't.
That footage is gone, gone. So
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate because I mean, like Adam Sandler has a cameo
Yeah,
as Satan.
he's Satan.
Yeah. You know,
While he's tripping nuts off
while
that
he's tripping
brownie.
nuts and looking at Gary Coleman.
Yeah, oh, it is Gary Coleman, yeah.
Gary Coleman over there. He's like, "Oh, what you talking about, Satan?"
No man, no, man. When Gary Coleman
like-
gets up in the boxing
In the
match,
boxing
and then
ring,
they knock him the fuck out, like that one kills me. It makes me think of like Postal.
me.
Is that
Yeah.
Postal 2
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Gary Coleman's in it? Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus, man.
That's
Oh
fucking
my
great.
god, it's so good. God, but the movie's so bad. Like when you're watching it, it's so
It's so bad.
The
Yeah.
colors are so saturated.
Man.
You know,
The
like
editing is choppy.
Boy.
as fuck. Like I said, dude, you can
Whoa.
tell. Oh, sorry. That
yeah.
now we got an echo.
Are we still live?
Yeah, I think we're fine.
live.
But we
But,
do have.
yeah, we have a
an
little-
echo.
What
little
did
echo
we
here.
beep?
I think that echo's only going to bother us.
I don't know. How's it sound to you guys? Because I hear myself twice.
Yeah. Tell us if we're echoey.
3 times. It sounds kind of cool though.
Kind of cool.
Still live. All right.
Live, cool. Good to know.
Do we got some echo? Got some reverb?
Echo.
I don't hear an
Hear an
echo.
echo?
Okay, well.
I can deal with
Cool.
it.
Yeah,
It sounds hype.
we
We're
just
used to
keep going.
PSN.
Uh-huh.
I feel so.
No, that's
deep
way
right
worse.
now.
So bad.
At least it's a simultaneous echo instead
Right.
of like an echo.
That's
after.
a delay.
A delay.
That's
yeah,
a fucking
exactly.
Jeez.
Right.
Yeah.
This just sounds like, man,
I
something drop a
feel like I'm in
mixtape.
a
Listen.
hallway.
No, for real, yeah. Just start dropping some freestyles. You know, nah, man, I'm old school. I'd offend somebody real quick. Say fuck your mama. Like, oh my bad.
Oh,
Like,
no.
You ain't gotta bring nobody's mama into this.
She's not here. I like how that's how he defends it. You know, what I'm
yeah.
saying? She's not. If she was here, then maybe you can.
Then
you
you
talk
can,
some
then you
trash
can
with
call
her.
her an ugly bitch,
You
but
know,
she's not
she's
here. So come on. If you're not gonna let Mama defend herself,
Exactly. Now
Right.
this is a reference to Mr. T's
Mr. T.
"Treat Your Mama Right." So if you don't know that one, go look it
Yeah,
up.
go
Have
right.
a good time. You're welcome. Anyway, where we're at?
Artie Lang.
Artie
Lang?
Lang.
That's what I was gonna talk about. Artie Lang. I love Artie Lang.
He's great.
I love
I
Artie
fucking
Lang.
love him. He's a disgusting human being. He's kind of a bastard. Like I'll completely say that. He's not.
Well, that was Hollywood.
very belushy
Artie
in
Lang
this
hasn't
film.
stopped doing
Yeah.
that, so that's all I'm saying is
Yeah.
like Artie Lang. It took him collapsing his fucking face from doing so much coke that he deviated his septum, and then pissing someone off enough that they broke his face in, and now his nose is flat as shit because of this. Because I don't know if you guys have seen Artie Lang
I
lately.
haven't seen him recently.
Have you guys? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Haven't seen him.
Guys,
Is this a thing?
Oh, look it up right now. Yeah, seriously.
I don't know if I want to
Now,
see
know,
this.
one
he's been
thing,
a cokehead.
I'm kind of hesitant about this one. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see this.
Dude, he fucked his face up completely
I
because of
believe
this.
it.
Like somebody,
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
dude, and the thing is,
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Now he's talked about
Brudda,
this.
okay.
He doesn't even
Right,
look
yeah,
like
right,
himself
right.
anymore,
Artie,
dude.
not bad, right? Is it?
Artie,
Bruh.
Poor Artie.
Oh, no.
Guys,
Boy.
okay, so just
I'm
just
so
look it up
sorry.
if you don't know what
God,
I'm
I wish
talking
I
about.
could
Just,
show you all this
ooh.
image. This is bad.
Oh, she did hear the beep. That's funny. Huh. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Huh. Crazy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
so Artie Lang is not being so wild in this. He's kind of being
That's because he's got Chris Farley over
that's
there being
it.
wild.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
'Cause
you can't outwild Farley.
you can't, dude.
Yeah, dude. Now, what he is doing is wearing this is fucking
He's being
crazy.
He's being Belushi.
He's about to say
and
he's very
also
Belushi.
and also wearing horizontal striped shirts the
the
entire time.
whole time.
The whole
Yeah.
time,
Well,
like
I don't
too
know if you
small
notice this. He likes to
horizontal
accentuate the guy.
Absolutely.
He wants to make it look as
It's
right.
so funny.
He's
I
one
think,
of those
Norm
guys.
Macdonald has on plaid the whole time, right?
Oh yeah, he's got to rep Canada.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There it is.
I love
Yeah.
it when the guy's walking down the street. He's like, hey, that's my shirt. You
Oh, he
got my
takes it-
shirt on, and the guy
He
and
takes
he's
it
just got
off.
nasty
hairy on
patchy
the
hair.
front
He's like,
and back, yeah.
oh, never mind.
I was talking to that other guy.
Yeah, that other-
Yeah, I was talking to the other guy that's not you.
You can put that back on. Fuck, dude.
You know, that's some straight up coming to America shit.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You know. So
Yeah.
So they end up like later on in the movie, they end up getting hired by this like business.
Yeah, it's
What
it's the
what was
bad
his
guy.
name? God,
It's
like
the bad
Skip
guy from
something?
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same dude.
Yeah.
Guy, he plays such a great asshole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
yeah.
yeah.
God, what
Snooty
is his
ass.
name? Because he has such a he has an asshole name.
It is. It's
Yeah.
Skip something.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, all right, keep going.
Yeah, but so they end up getting hired by this guy to fuck up this apartment complex.
Because
So
he
he
says
can get it condemned.
he says he owns the apartment, and he's saying that
And
like
he's a
people are
liar.
running drugs and prostitutes out of
Yeah.
it.
And it turns out that the lady that Norm is sweet on in this movie, her grandmother lives in said apartment complex.
running a whorehouse.
And they're told that she's running a whorehouse, which is
love that.
actually
Well, no,
running a sewing.
It's sewing, yeah.
Yeah. I love that when that
Yeah.
comes to a head. He's like,
Yeah.
you thought my grama was a whore? Like, no. I thought she just ran a
He
whorehouse.
said, he's like, are those prostitutes?
He says it right.
Right.
Are those
mean-
prostitutes?
I mean, hello.
Oh God.
I love the scene where they're fucking up the like apartment complex.
Oh, dude, that's
Like
my
that-
favorite.
yeah.
Because I love how
Yeah.
they're just dropping fish into everything.
Yeah, they're dropping the fish
all-
into everything.
and
Oh,
breaking
holes
behind
in the
into the walls.
That the fish thing wasn't the apartment complex.
No, it
Well,
was
they put them in
also
the
that,
they put fish in the walls
Oh,
there.
well, I'm
Remember
thinking
they
of
tore
the-
a hole in the wall behind the painting.
Oh yeah,
They
and
just
then they
dropped
put the fish in there.
there.
They did,
Yeah,
they
and put the
did,
painting
okay.
back up.
Because I was thinking about the mobster's house. Because there's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
guy that's complaining about his neighbors being up all night, and
Yeah,
throwing
he's like-
rowdy parties.
Yeah.
And
Turns
so
out they're mobsters.
Yeah, and so
trying
they
to
go
do a
over there to
coke deal.
sneak over there to put fish in everything, and then they hear people coming in, and they're like,
They're
oh,
both
I guess
standing there with two fish.
Yeah, with two- yeah, they
waiting to
totally
be
are.
discovered. They're so ready.
with them snappers in their hands, dude. And they're going, and they're just standing there like looking, and it turns out that it's a drug deal that's going on, and
it goes bad.
The guy's going like, hey man, it smells like
It
fish.
smells like
in
fish
here.
in here. He's like,
He's
what?
like, is that
Is
code?
that code? Are you a narc?
Yeah, you know, you're a fucking cop, aren't
He's like,
you?
no,
He's
man,
like,
no,
man. It just
smells like
it's-
fish in here. You know?
Then
Next thing
they
you know,
go-
they all get killed.
They
And
all
I
kill
love
each other.
That entire
the
scene's
sticky
so
floor
good.
at the end when he's like,
Dude, that whole scene's great because it shows Artie Lang and Norm Macdonald standing there holding
the
their
fish.
fish excitedly, and so the
Oh, yeah,
entire
oh, yeah.
fight happens off screen.
Off screen, and
but
you just hear it, yeah.
Everybody's they're narrating the whole thing.
Yep,
you know?
yep.
It's like, oh
Man.
oh now you're using a chainsaw on me.
oh yeah,
And now you took the chainsaw, and now you're using it on him. Oh God, is that
And
a
the whole
grenade?
time, the whole time, Artie and Norm are just standing there, and you just see their faces just
just
drop.
slowly sink over time. Man, no, my favorite thing is once he opens the door and realizes everybody's dead, Artie immediately goes back to hiding fish in things again. He's like, let me just start putting these in there.
God.
He's like,
Came
come
here to
on,
do a job,
they're
man."
dead, man.
But to get back to the apartment,
Yeah, the apartments,
when like Artie's just knocking down doors,
Yeah.
like he's just, he's a fucking bruiser, and Norm keeps running up, and he can't do it, so he just lights the door on fire. Yeah, like that killed.
And I
me.
love
Like,
how
that's
supportive
genius.
Artie Lang is to him the entire time.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely,
You'll get
dude.
the next one, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, like when
totally.
they get into the fight,
Yeah.
he tries to Artie Lang just knocks his dude out, and Norm Macdonald punches his guy.
Punches him,
The guy's
like,
just
hurts his hand.
like, he's like, ah, and Artie Lang comes and knocks him out, and he's just like, I'll get the next one. He's like, yeah, you'll get the next one, man. You know.
Because they're brothers, man.
Dude,
They're
when they-
literally
when
brothers.
Well,
they-
that is a plot twist. It turns out that Artie Lang's dad was also Norm Macdonald's dad.
And he
So
shows
the
it
whole
to
time-
him with the locket.
Oh,
He's
he
like,
shows-
oh, look at this
that's
locket.
the-
He's like,
that's the
what,
first time.
what is this? And he's like, well, that's
you having
me.
sex with my mom.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Why do you have this? I love
Yeah.
it. I love it when he tells Artie Lang later, and he shows Artie the locket as well. It's like, you cheated on mom.
He's like,
It's
no.
she was there too. Who do you think
When
took
you held
the
the
picture?
camera? Yeah, it's like when he's in the hospital and Norm Macdonald's like, I'm going to tell him,
Yeah.
and Artie's dad's just like, don't tell him, don't
Yeah.
you tell him, and he ends up like grabbing him by the balls,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, bringing him down to his knees, and so the next time he goes to visit Pops,
Dude, he keeps backing up. He's like, why are you doing that? He's
Yeah,
like, I
why
don't
you
know,
scaring
maybe
me?
your random acts of assault my
Yeah,
entire
exactly.
life.
And so he actually pulls out the photo album, and he's like, yeah, this is me, when I won this boxing competition, and this is me over here, I was, winning these medals over here, and then here's me, your mom giving me, and it's
He's
like,
like,
what the
oh!
fuck? He's like, oh,
He's
actually, that's not your mom, that's Artie's mom.
And then he's
all
like,
of a sudden he leans over, starts speaking.
So that's the thing. This isn't a good movie.
You would
but
not think
all
the
the
movie's
gags
bad
are
listening
so...
to us talk
No,
about it. But it's such a bad movie.
It's such
so
a bad
bad.
movie.
But it's hilarious. Well, Chevy Chase is the doctor.
Yes.
He's perfect.
Yes,
he's
absolutely.
perfect, dude. Because
Yeah.
like, okay, at first he's just because the whole idea is that he needs. He
$50,000.
He needs $50,000 because
he's
somebody's
a
gonna
gambler.
break his fucking knees.
Because he has a
Right,
his
gambling
bookie
addiction.
needs the money.
And
if
every time you see him, he has another broken
Right.
leg.
Right. And they're like,
Dude.
dude, what happened to your arm? He's like, the funny thing about bookies is, they break your arm or they cut a toe off and you still owe them the money.
That seems fair.
It doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem
Man, my favorite part is the end when he gets the dick to write the check out to him.
Yeah.
And then he turns around and he's like, Doc, here you go. I got that $50,000 for you. And then he's like, I don't have to go straight to the bank. he was straight gonna put that on ponies.
Oh yeah,
he was gonna go right to
Oh
bet.
yeah, because he bet against Rocky on the you bet against Rocky.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
bet
Because he had a
Mr.
list of
T
things.
was gonna.
He's like, you wait. In Rocky, you bet against
Rocky. He's like, hey, hindsight is 20/20, my friend.
This is really just an excuse for Norm to be in a movie and for them to make a bunch of stupid jokes with their friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
it's not a good movie, but it is totally worth a watch.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
And Norm Macdonald's just so deadpan, man.
Yeah.
His delivery is so
He's great.
good.
He's very Norm.
Yeah.
He's very Norm.
You know,
My God.
I was thinking about like a lot of his bodies of work, and you remember Celebrity Jeopardy?
Yeah.
He played Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Dude.
God.
Turd Ferguson.
Uh-huh.
Oversized hat. It's funny.
Yeah. No, man, I love it when he buzzes in and he's like, Burt Reynolds. He goes, it's not my name.
Not my name.
Mr. Turd Ferguson. He's
Ferguson.
like, yeah, what do you want? Like, you buzzed in.
No, I didn't. It's like, and you wagered Texas with a $. Who else was on? Okay, so that episode was
Sean Connery.
Burt Reynolds. that was the rough.
Yeah.
Just the way your mother likes it, Trebek.
And Burt goes, ha.
Was that the anal bum cover?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that was the anal rapist. Well, no, it wasn't anal rapist. It was the rapist.
The
rapist.
Therapist. Yes, I'll take anal bum
Who was the
cover.
You know, I
person.
once tried to invent the penis mightier. I don't remember who the third one is. Maybe
Who was
it was
the third person?
I don't know. I remember Tobey Maguire playing Keanu Reeves in one
yeah.
of them.
Great.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's that
No, it's not that
episode
one.
Not that
though.
one.
Who would it have been?
I don't know, man. I remember Will Ferrell doing his thing. I remember Norm Macdonald doing his thing. I remember.
In Daryl Hammond.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't remember who the
was
other
the
person.
third person?
Obviously,
Usually
the
it's
other
like a
person
real
didn't
celebrity.
matter that much.
Well, usually it's like a
because-
real celebrity, and then the other
and
was
then
an
the
actor.
other
Yeah.
two. Yeah.
So it was probably somebody like that. I mean, like it was probably somebody like Callista Flockhart or something like that. Somebody that doesn't matter anymore. That was on the,
But on SNL, Norm was more famous for like the Weekend. Report.
right?
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
and him and Kevin Nealon have always been my favorite too.
Absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
Kevin Nealon is ridiculously funny, but he also doesn't really try to do the topical humor. Like he doesn't care. He's not trying to talk about anything serious at all. Kevin Nealon goes straight out to outer space and just says whatever comes to his mind.
Absolutely.
But you know, Norm kept getting in trouble because he kept saying real shit to people. He basically got fired because he wouldn't leave the OJ situation alone. Because every fucking episode he would talk about OJ
At
being
some
a
point,
murderer. He would segue it into jokes that didn't have shit to do with OJ.
Well, I mean, it's just mind blowing that OJ got away.
Really? Yeah. And the whole time he's going like, guys, are you serious? Like, you know.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
can't be mad at him. I felt the same way.
Yeah.
I remember when that verdict came out. I was in high school, and I was at Ramsey High, and at that time it was a predominantly black school, and it was crazy because in every classroom we were watching the O.J. Simpson trial.
Wow.
And
Wild.
once they said not guilty, once they said the verdict, everyone went buck fucking wild. Everybody went crazy and ran running out of the school. School was over at that point. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Bell hadn't rung. Does not. Nobody gives a fuck.
OJ won.
Yeah, man. Everybody's outside and they're all yelling, screaming, celebrating. And I'm just like, but you know he did that shit, right? You know, he's guilty.
Right.
Like, he's guilty as fuck. Like,
Right.
and everybody's just like, woo, we won. I'm like, we? Who's we?
Right. Who's we?
Wait, are you on his side?
I'm like, well, I think people just made it a black-white issue, right?
Yeah,
and
but
it's like I get it, but
I mean,
you're
because
wrong.
I totally understand the idea, like, oh, we don't want to keep having black celebrities drugged through the mud. Right.
But
Gotcha.
sometimes people do shit.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they actually
Sometimes
killed
people-
somebody.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That's
you know what I'm saying? Then you look at him and it's
This
like,
evidence was overwhelming in this situation. Right?
Oh God. Okay. Anyway, we're not gonna go that direction. But
Yeah,
before we go too far,
Hey, did you ever watch that Cuba Gooding Jr. OJ trial movie? Yeah.
Was it a movie or a series?
It was. I guess it was a mini series.
Yeah.
I had enough of it because I saw the real.
Yeah, because you saw the real thing.
right.
Yeah,
You gotta
exactly.
say,
I
I
also
lived it,
didn't
but I
watch it,
didn't
but
watch it.
I've always heard people say it was good. It's a good representation.
Yeah,
of the
I don't need that. In
Don't
my
care.
life.
Yeah.
Don't care.
I do like Cuba, though.
But we did not address John Goodman.
Fucking John
Sean
Goodman.
Goodman. Oh,
He's
dude.
the mayor.
We did
Yeah.
right, dude. What the fuck?
He's only in the movie for like maybe a minute or two, but he just steals that scene.
He kills it,
because
dude.
he looks up, dude. He looks up at the asshole and just kind of gives him that fake like eat shit grin.
Yeah.
You know, like right back to it.
Yep.
Love
Look, we also didn't address Don Rickles, man.
Dude, Don fucking Rickles.
Don Rickles, bro. You know, that dude came out of the womb looking old as fuck.
And also being a bitter old man.
Absolutely, the bitterest.
It's just always
You
an
know,
old
he's
man.
like, everybody's sucking sand.
You can. I understand why people don't dig Don Rickles.
Right.
Like I get it.
Yeah.
But I fucking love that man.
Yeah,
I think he's so funny, man.
Yeah.
He was one of the original roasters, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that called? The Friars Club or something like that.
Oh no, I don't know.
Some kind of shit.
No,
There's whatever that club is. It's the same roasters. It's
Yeah.
the same guys. It's Kenny
Rogers
Rogers
Roasters.
Roasters. That's what it is. Right there.
Didn't you say that there was a roast of Bob Saget?
Yes.
And Norm Macdonald came up and he just read from a book of dad jokes.
Yes, yes, that's what he did. He
That's all he did.
Yeah, he read from a book of dad jokes. He insulted a bunch of people, and that wasn't Bob Saget.
Yeah.
And then he read a book of dad jokes that weren't funny at Bob Saget, and kept like doing that, like, huh? You get it? Like. God, no, man! I sent you guys that thing earlier with the View.
The View.
That
oh
one,
yeah, when
that
he was
one
on the
killed me.
View.
Whose idea was it to have Norm Macdonald?
That was a bad
on the
idea.
That was a bad
View?
idea.
It's probably-
They did that shit to themselves.
Absolutely, right?
They did that shit
Own
to
up.
themselves.
Because I mean,
And Barbara is just not happy.
well, I mean, this is
she's not happy at
this is
all.
in 2000, right? It's
Yeah.
right there around election, the election situation, right? And you know, he was a big proponent of George Bush at the time, and so he was dunking on Clinton, and because he also had a running thing that he got in trouble on SNL with calling Clinton a murderer constantly.
Yeah.
Like he would do that regularly, and so he starts doing that on The View, and they all just don't even
They're
understand
not
what's
ha-
happening.
they're not having it,
They all
man.
just start squawking and being like, "Whoa, whoa, hey, you're not supposed to." Whoa,
They don't understand that Norm is trolling them.
right? And then
Who was on the panel of The View? I haven't seen this
Barbara
video.
Walters,
Okay.
Joy Behar, and then two other people.
Okay.
I don't remember
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
Right.
And it's mostly just the two of them that are addressing Norm.
Right.
But he then
Mostly
like
just telling them to shut the
right,
fuck up.
and so then they try to transition him to another point. Cause
Get
they're like,
that
well,
ass banned.
Yeah, really.
That's right.
I don't know if we got Wolf with us right now.
No, we don't want
We
to be
don't.
famous. Fuck off.
We don't. But he then they try to transition him because he told him a story about the time that he met Bill Cosby, because he pissed Bill Cosby off. Because Bill Cosby
Sounds about right.
thought he was annoying as shit.
Sounds about right.
Right,
Yeah.
Right? And all of that falls in line.
All
That
of
bring-
the
and the-
pieces are
the thing
falling
is,
into place.
That's all the
That brings
story.
me joy for some
I
reason.
know, really. Yeah, there's something really great about it. That Bill Cosby be like, this fucking asshole. I can't even
And I
deal
bet
with this
Norm
guy.
the whole time he
Loved it.
knows. He knows he's pissing him off. And
That's
he's
right.
loving it all the
Push
time.
that button
Yeah,
again. Yeah, keep pushing it.
Hey, this is funny, right?
And so they're trying to get him to tell that story, and he never gets around to telling the story.
No, just keeps repeating
He keeps
himself.
repeating himself about meeting him, and then would go off on a tangent like, everybody
know-
likes Bill Cosby, right? Everybody loves Bill
You
Cosby.
guys know Bill Cosby, right?
And Bill Cosby's never had any accusations about him, ever. Nothing at all about Bill Cosby. Like
and this is in 2000.
this is in 2000, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Cosby's about to end up back in court.
Really?
Yeah, he's got
How?
another case because like the previous verdict was about the laundry list of sexual harassment.
Yeah.
etc. But there's still other women that haven't had their shot in court with him yet.
But doesn't that fall under double jeopardy?
It seems like it would and it should, but
Yeah.
apparently it does not. Apparently he still has more cases that he has to fight before all this is said and done. Because it's like what it is like he's trying to start a comedy tour again.
Oh.
And they're like, no, his lawyers are like, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because people could easily use whatever you say as evidence.
Right.
You know, so it's best to just not do that shit because he still has legal troubles. So yeah, it's weird, right?
Oh, man.
Like, dude, you should have just stayed in prison. You know, you might as well. Anyway, whatever, another topic.
I'm just saying Norm was calling it out 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Okay. He was calling it out, and apparently only Hannibal Buress knew.
Right?
Oh, damn.
I bet that was like the first person Cosby called when he got out.
Hannibal, he's like, motherfucker,
motherfucker.
are you kidding me with this? and Hannibal's like, man, everybody knew about that shit. What are you talking about?
You did it.
I didn't even know it was news when I was talking about it. I thought everybody was on my page. Jeez. Yeah, I always thought that's funny because Bill's always like disliked Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
And when this call came out, I was like, see, you knew, didn't you?
But why?
Oh, he just doesn't like. I
His
think
style
one of the
of
reasons.
comedy?
Actually, I think one of the reasons he doesn't like Bill Cosby is simply because when he would do shows for universities, he wouldn't get paid. He would get a degree. Did you know about that?
What?
Wow.
He would get honorary degrees.
Now,
So that's why he
that's
became
something else.
Dr. Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Because he got honorary fucking degrees that
For
he didn't earn.
performing?
Yeah. Yeah. Is that not some bullshit, guys?
I had no idea.
Yeah. I don't know how many he acquired over his period, but
Right.
yes, he absolutely would do that. He'd get honorary accreditations
Crazy. I
for
didn't know about
doing live performances.
Look, man, anytime you watch a sitcom, I mean, and somebody just appears to be like super wholesome, just know it's
Give 'em the
just
side
a
eye.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Give
know
'em
what I'm
the
saying?
side
Like
eye.
Bob Saget's like one of the ones that will openly just admit it, just let you know, like
Yeah.
off camera, he's just like, man, I fucked everybody on that
Yeah,
show, like
yeah.
on Full
That's
House,
right.
like all of them. You know, I'm just like, whoa, man. You know, like you
We
sit here
didn't
think,
need to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Including Uncle Jesse.
Right. Oh, he was first. You know? You know, and so at least like the ones like Saget will own up to being a dirty old man.
Yeah.
You know, and that ends up being the shtick. But you got those other ones. Even I ain't trying to cross no lines here, but even like Eddie Murphy in his heyday, you know what I'm saying? He was a bit of a dick. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't that friendly, big smiling
No,
dude.
he
You know what
wasn't.
I'm saying? That dude will knock your ass the fuck out.
Yeah.
And if he didn't do it, his brother definitely
Oh,
did.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't get it twisted, man. It's like a lot of people just take TV images as
As the
facts or a
people,
testament to how the people actually are.
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
It's like,
Yeah.
nah, man.
But our buddy Norm here,
Oh,
he was
no.
always
He's
true to
always
himself.
Norm.
He's always
Norm.
Norm, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
I don't
in
think he can
times-
act.
No,
No.
That's not.
no,
no,
I actually don't think Norm can act.
No,
exactly.
he cannot.
He's not fucking acting. He's just Norm.
He's just Norm. He's
I don't
just
even
talking.
think they had a script for
Man,
him. Yeah, he didn't have any lines in the
That little-
script.
that little,
they were just like, just go. Do what you do.
Do what you do.
That little
Yeah.
clip that we were watching from the show Norm, where he
Yeah.
was talking and he was all like, well, you see what cause like it's like his wife was telling him that they should go to some event or something, and he was like, oh, well, you see, what I think should happen is I should not go to that, and you can do it whatever the hell you're gonna do. I don't care. Yeah.
It's so great.
We miss you, Norm.
Yeah.
We already miss you.
We'll be
Already
missed.
miss you. And really, everybody watching, just watch the film. Watch
Yeah.
the
Watch
movie.
it.
Watch Dirty Work.
I think it's on HBO.
It is. It's when I looked it up,
it's on
it said
HBO.
it was on everything, and that's a
Well,
lie.
That's a lie.
it's on everything if they have an HBO component. So it's on Hulu if you purchased HBO through Hulu. And so people will.
It's also on Amazon.
Whoa! Bill Cosby came to your college. He might have got a free
You
degree.
might have got a free degree.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've taken care of his attorney quite
Yeah.
a few times.
Mhm.
Seriously.
Wow, that's crazy. Like the current attorney. Wow.
Yeah, dude. Spent a lot of time in Birmingham.
Mm.
Yeah, got to know him and have conversations with him. He's a cool guy. He's nice enough. But that's a difficult position to be in.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in that position.
No.
Still a lawyer.
You know, it's not like Judge Ito back in the day, and who was the attorney that everybody was? God, I keep thinking Judge Joe Brown.
You talking about the if the glove don't fit, you must have quit?
Yeah, and everybody.
Why can't I think of his name?
Yeah, it's a super popular dude. But no, I don't think it's the same situation when you're defending.
Yeah, because he's the one that got the fuck beat out of him by the LAPD, right?
Yep. I know. I'm right there with you.
No, it's not. No, it's not Al
Sharpton.
No. What the fuck is his name, dude?
I keep thinking about Judge Ito, bro.
It's Don King. That's who it is.
Yeah, right. No,
what the hell is this guy's name, dude?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Of course I know.
Right?
Rodney King. No, it's not Rodney King.
It was not Rodney King.
He
did get his ass whooped by the police, though.
Like, he was the one that got his ass. I keep thinking about other people.
Right.
It's not the actual.
There was a lot going on around that time, bro.
How many people in the 90s got their ass beat by the cops? Oh,
everybody.
Shit, everybody. That's right. That's what that was. Damn.
The cops were just beating that. That's why they had fucking riots.
I seriously,
shit,
like
I
always think about that guy as the lawyer Don King, though. That's why I say that. Because
really
he pretty
funny.
much is the lawyer version of Don King. I just
Right.
can't think of his fucking name right now.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Man.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
definitely watch the movie.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Dirty work.
And then just go watch random Norm clips because they're probably way better than Dirty Work.
Yes.
To be honest,
Yeah.
just seeing him in his natural element and seeing him just say wild shit is better than anything you can imagine, like written out for Norm.
Yeah.
He's not gonna follow your script. He's not gonna do your movie. He's gonna be Norm. Just let him fucking be Norm.
Check.
Yeah. Do we still have this weird delay? Yeah, we do.
Yeah. This is very jarring.
Yeah, it's weird. Sorry,
very
guys.
odd.
We're all kind of off put by this.
So that's still recording.
Everything looks fine.
Everything
I think we're
looks fine.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But-
And so it is.
Well,
what it is.
let's get through this last topic.
Yeah. So, I kind of don't even know where to start here.
So we
Okay,
had a whole
here's-
bunch of games
Yeah.
leaked.
Actually,
this past week.
speaking of leaks, hold on.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This guy, man. Jesus, got a bladder of an infant.
Hey man,
You know?
call him out.
You
Call
know
him
what
out
I'm
on the stream.
Oh, dude, no, I love my boy.
So
Okay,
who
hold on.
leaked all these? How was it leaked?
Let me see.
Do it-
I've
do
got
it leak.
I've got a list somewhere because it's a very very
you got
large.
it. You got
leak.
it in our text
It
thread.
was yeah because I made a nice little long list of some of the things because the actual leak itself is like hundreds of titles.
Yeah.
From games to DLC. Essentially, it was an NVIDIA leak.
Okay.
And so, they accidentally, let the cat out of the bag. Okay, these are the licenses that we already have that
Right.
will be using NVIDIA on different platforms.
Right.
And so there are a lot of names on there. Some of them are games that have already been released.
Okay.
Some of them are just like applications, like 3D Studio, 3D
Right.
Studio Max, things like that. All those are listed there as well. But a lot of them are games that have not been released nor announced.
Right.
So Street Fighter 6 was on the list. We also saw Tekken 8 on the
Okay.
list,
Yeah.
which these are no-brainers. We already knew that these were in the pipeline, right? We
Right.
already knew. It's only a matter of time. They would have, matter of fact, Street Fighter 6 would be out right now had it not been for COVID.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So they're probably most of the way done with it. If you,
Oh yeah, well, yeah. Well, they ended up having to scrap the original Street Fighter 6 because Yoshinori Ono kind of ruined it, and that's why Ono left the company.
Oh,
because his vision for Street Fighter 6
no.
was no, I know. Oh god, that was good. But his original vision was like a 2v2 where two players play against two other players.
Okay.
Isuka.
And yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, very similar. And the test market, everyone was like, "Nah, man,
Dude,
Street Fighter's 1v1, man. Fuck you."
See, Ono also got battered down because of Deep Down.
Yes.
You know, like that was his baby, and he was
Right.
trying to branch out into making action RPG, and then everybody was like, "Well, this is just a shitty Dark Souls."
You know,
man.
and the worst
You
thing
just-
is, man,
you know?
if it were not for Yoshinori Ono,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be playing fighters right now.
We wouldn't.
You know what I'm
No.
saying? It was him and him alone that pushed for Street Fighter 4 to come back.
that
Right.
happy
and
bastard.
then that absolutely,
Man.
dude, that happy Blanca loving
he's-
motherfucker. You know, I love him simply for that.
I know.
You know, he'll come out dressed as Blanca
With
like,
a big
"Let's go."
grin.
Yeah, yeah, dude. And so, I mean, if
Yeah.
it weren't for him, you know, that the fighting game movement wouldn't have begun the way that it did. And so those are the things that we knew about. But then they have other little things on there, like the Descent remake. There's a Descent remake.
'Cause I'd like to get sick in 2021. That sounds good.
You know, but put it in VR. You know,
Again, I'd love to
know.
get
flip.
sick.
Well, I mean, I don't know. If Squadrons works, then
Yeah.
Descent should.
Yeah,
But Descent
yeah.
isn't in open space. That's
Right.
the biggest thing. You have to navigate corridors, bro. And so that could get real. But
Yeah.
I'm here for it. They also had. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Downton Abbey, the game.
What?
I don't know why
What?
that has to exist.
Oh,
I bet it's a
let's
Telltale
go.
game.
Right? That might actually work. Strangely enough, that might
I
actually work.
know.
They have BioShock 2022 was
Which
on the list.
whatever that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well,
can't-
it
is
probably what I would imagine that it means is we already have BioShock Collection.
We
so
already,
it might
yeah,
be
we already, it's
another
already a remaster.
right. We might get BioShock 3.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, it very well could be
Yeah.
because, like I said, we already have the collection. That was only
Well,
a couple years ago.
BioShock Infinite would be BioShock 3.
Well, you
No,
just
that'd
being,
be BioShock Infinite.
Yeah, you're being. I mean, yes, that is the third
When
BioShock
it comes
game.
to naming conventions, it's kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom. Like Marvel vs.
Yeah.
Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, then you've got 3, Ultimate, then you got Infinite, and so the next one would actually be 4.
I think this is part of
In
the
other
reason they
cases,
stopped
they-
doing numbers on
numbers.
movies,
Right, yeah.
Because they
Right.
just want to be able to make another one, so they just
Exactly.
make a subtitle now.
Right,
you know?
right. But in the gaming space, like you need a number after your
Yeah.
name in a lot of
Yeah.
cases to
Yeah.
make money, to make your money back.
And then sometimes you get a
involved in
Resident
this,
Evil 0.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then we go remake 1 and 2 and 3.
We're just gonna start over.
Yeah, Tales of Symphonia was on that list for
Yeah.
some
Cool.
reason. Broken Age Act 2, which I love Broken Age. MGS 2 and 3 HD.
Cool, which hasn't
know?
been on PC, so
Yeah.
that's awesome.
You know, Gears of War 6 was on there.
Which is expected.
They're talking about Tactics Ogre Remastered. Let's go.
Man,
That would be good.
It'll be good for a
go.
group of people, and most people
Yeah.
will get frustrated with
That's
it.
very
Oh
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's very, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the ogre battle games in general, but man, they're weird.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
They're their own
but they're
thing.
good.
But
They're-
you
they're
also
great.
said Final Fantasy Tactics remake.
Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics remake.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now
Give me
that one,
Evil East.
that one I imagine will be announced probably
Yeah.
within the next few months.
You think they'll do it
Hopefully.
as a pixel remaster or as a full 3D?
I think they'll do the same thing they're doing with the what's the game? The diorama game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
Mistwalker game.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I would expect. It seems like they're kind of testing the
Dude,
waters
that'd be
for tactics.
perfect
That
for
would be
tactics.
so
You know,
good.
that's what I would
Yeah.
imagine. Dragon Quest 12 was on the list. Prince
Gimme.
of Persia:
Gimme
Sands
now.
of Time remake.
Yeah, give me that too.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. That was a great game.
Yeah, Sands of Time's great.
Fantastic,
Yeah, it was really, really good. And so a full remake of that. Let's see what else. Rock Band VR. That's odd. They said Batman: Arkham Insurgency.
So a
Now
new
the funniest
Arkham.
thing, yes, right. That was actually originally leaked, I think, in like 2019, 2018, somewhere around there, and then they ended up shelving it, and they were like, "No, we're not going to make the game." Right, and so now apparently that's back on the menu, so we may see more Arkham. You know,
All right.
and so that's super hype. But I mean, it is. I mean, this list is absolutely massive. There are tons and tons and tons of
This
items.
is only a small taste.
This
of
is
what
a
was
very.
actually leaked.
It's
If
an
y'all-
insanely extensive list.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about hundreds
Uh-huh.
of titles, are on this thing. And a lot of them, because it hasn't been updated in a while, a lot of these titles may have been shelved at this point.
Right,
So
absolutely.
there's really no absolute 100% guarantee that all these things are going to be releasing soon.
Yeah.
But, like when it comes to our Tekken 8s, when it comes to our Street Fighter 6s,
Those are inevitable.
Absolutely.
There are so many of these titles that are pretty sure things.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yes.
So that's why it gives credibility to the whole list, because
Right.
you're looking at it and going like, well, there's all this that we know about.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
So
and then like looking at the way that Harada-san handles business, since that's been leaked about Tekken 8, we might get a Tekken 8 announcement very soon.
Oh yeah.
Usually he's the type that's just like, God, that was supposed to be a surprise.
I was supposed to tell people about
Do you
that.
remember? Do you remember when he came out? He was just like, "Oh, you shut the hell up! You shut the hell up! You sit down, sit down." And all the people were like applauding for him coming out. He's like, "No, you shut the hell up!" Only because
damn, I didn't
people,
see that.
He's
Yeah,
rough,
because
dude.
people leaked Leroy, man.
Oh.
They leaked Leroy, and he was just like, "That was a surprise."
That was-
Surprise
ruined my
video.
shit.
Yeah.
I wore a nice shirt for this and everything. You guys are gonna ruin
You
it.
sit hell down.
You sit hell down.
It was so funny, man.
Oh man, that's good.
great.
That's
Yeah,
good.
It was good stuff.
Yeah, so this brings us to the how serious should you take leaks situation? Because we keep getting leaks all the
Yeah.
time. We were talking about E3 earlier. You know, we had all these leaks
Then we
leading
had the
up to
Capcom leak.
right.
Yeah,
we got
Capcom
this
leak.
like leaks about the new Switch, and it ended up being half
Yeah.
true stuff. You know, we got leaks
Leaks and
about
rumors
yeah
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, like as far as like the Switch thing goes, I've been saying they're not doing a fucking Pro, you know, because Nintendo just doesn't do that. And if it didn't come from
How many 3DS? How many DSs were there?
well, yeah, but that's the DS.
But
See,
the Switch market is the
that's
DS
that,
market.
That's that bullshit right
It's
there.
like, yeah, so Nintendo is well known for N64. You had to get the little memory thing you
Yeah.
put up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So that you could play Donkey
But
Kong
not a
64.
and then how
whole-
many GBAs were? How many Game Boys were there? And Nintendo will definitely remarket some
but
shit.
not while that shit's still selling.
Well, I don't know. I think that once upon a time. Well, no, once upon a time
Once
it was
upon a
absolutely
time.
true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then came a time when it wasn't necessary, which is like
Right.
the GameCube era.
Right.
After that, the Wii era. But now, everyone's doing that. Everyone's making a powered up version of their console. Everyone. Sony, Microsoft, like it's the norm,
Right.
And it's been proven that people will reinvest,
they'll
in the
reinvest,
same hardware.
absolutely.
Man, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
you know?
people
But-
were buying the fucking OLED Switch that already have Switches.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
like people will. So if they did have more processing power on a Switch, people would.
Oh,
But-
people would buy it.
but it's
what
not
I'm
happening
saying
now.
is like
Right.
with shit
think
like
it'll
that,
happen,
I
like-
tend not to believe anything until I hear something directly from
Yeah.
the people who are making it.
Absolutely.
Until then, it's just people talking online
Yeah.
Right.
and people hoping online.
Now that is the most dangerous part about our current environment and climate online is that it's very easy to start that rumor mill.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so
Very
easy, man.
Yeah,
It's so
very
easy. It's so easy. It's just like with this abandoned thing, right?
Yeah.
And trying to make it about Metal Gear or make it about Silent Hill.
It's so
When
stupid.
it's not about any
You
of
know
it.
it's
about to
not
say,
about it.
and
Yeah.
what
Have
is
you
it
ever-
about?
Well, but have you guys looked at this guy's track record?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He releases nothing.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
release anything.
He is notorious for not releasing anything that he is working on.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he kind of sounds like a scammer.
Yeah.
You know, and so but once again, people like to hope.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
absolutely,
We,
yeah.
we want to believe
Oh
that
yeah,
those things
yeah,
that we
and
want
that's
are coming.
Yeah, and that's people can take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Very, very easily. Because
Absolutely.
people want to hope. They see this announcement, hey, they're working on a remaster of this, or hey, here's a new entry in the series, and then you have like, leaks, fake or not, but people just gravitate to that stuff because they want to see the new stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come out. They want a new entry in their favorite series.
Yeah.
Like dude, you know how fucking like ridiculously stupid hype I would be if there was a leak of a new Chrono Trigger, or at least like a
that
fucking
might not be
remake,
too far off, honestly.
or a remake, or just a port. You know,
I think you'll see one in the next year.
I hope so.
I believe it.
But like, even if it was fake, I'd be like, guys, it's gonna be a new, it's gonna be a new Chrono Trigger.
Hey, that's why I had to bring up the shit about Abandoned. You
Right.
mentioned Silent Hill. I'm like, I mean, don't fuck with me.
Yeah,
don't
exactly. Don't tease,
No,
goddamn.
I know this is a lie, but I'm still gonna talk about it because
That's
I love
right.
Silent Hill.
This gives me the opportunity to talk
Right,
about it.
right.
And that's where the rumor mill really starts going.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But then people start just running with it, and then it's like, okay, well, here's this thing that we think that we should have, and it can kind of create an unfair foundation. You know, for the developers who actually want to present something different.
Right.
Because then all of a sudden, kind of like the conversation we were having with our boy about, was it KOF? Was it King of Fighters?
Oh,
It was
Leona?
like, well, no, it was about Luke. It was about Luke. It was about the new Street Fighter Street Fighter 5 character.
Yeah.
And, he's just like, no, that should have been an SNK character. And it's like, well, the
it
funny
could have
thing
been,
is,
but-
it could have been,
Yeah.
but that was a wish,
Mm-hmm.
And so when your wish isn't fulfilled, you shouldn't really lambast the company because that's not their
Right.
fault, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's your fault because
especially
you're
if
like,
they
hey,
either did exactly what they said they were going to do, or even if they didn't say they were going to do something, you can't be like, well, you told me that you were going to do this.
right.
No, they
it's
didn't
just
say
like,
shit.
it's just what you wanted.
That's
you
what
know?
you
And
wanted.
so-
That's what you were hoping for.
But the worst part about
Yeah.
the internet is that people will take that thing that they wanted, and if they don't get it, then they'll raise hell about it.
Right.
And there are enough people that will jump on that bandwagon. Then all of a sudden, the dev is over here just like, wait, we had nothing to do
Why
with
y'all
it.
mad at us?
Yeah, for real, dude. You know what I'm saying? We put out another character. We just told you there was another character.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
know, and you're over here jumping up and being like, it should be Terry Bogard. And it's like, wait, why?
It can't always be Terry,
It
guys.
can't always be
Okay.
Terry.
It's like, okay, well, Iori, I'll take Iori. And I'm like, bro, like, and I understand wanting things. It's like you with Chrono Trigger.
Right,
I understand.
absolutely.
I want a new Power Stone. Okay,
Absolutely.
I want this. I wanted this for 20 years.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
but I don't have it. And is that necessarily Capcom's fault?
No, not really.
You know, like I think they'll get around to it.
Where's that Mega Man Legends 3 at?
Thank you.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
this would be a really good time for a Legends.
Wouldn't it?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be great.
That would be really, really
Man,
good. It's
hey-
like I feel like the technology's finally there to do what they've always tried to do. with
Oh,
Legends.
yeah.
Legends,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like because they were
Uh-huh.
always kind of fighting against technology.
Absolutely.
Man.
Yeah.
Did you play Command Mission?
Was that the one that was kind of like a strategy?
It was it's basically Breath of Fire, but Mega Man X.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
Huh.
It seems like I
It's
played it for a
good.
little
That
while, but I
seems
didn't
really
put a lot of time into it.
weird.
It's weird. Yes, it's
Yeah.
very
Really
weird, but it's
weird.
pretty good. Yeah.
I mean,
hmm You can get all three boys in the team. You get
Yeah.
Axel, Zero, and X, and go roll on people.
Let's
and
go.
Yeah, it's
Hell yeah.
cool. And it's just a turn-based RPG that very much favors
Breath of Fire.
Yeah, Breath of Fire.
Huh, that's kind of
Okay,
cool.
I'm down.
That's
I
kind
like
of
the Breath of Fire series.
Again, that's one that we haven't had a good
We haven't had a good
since
one in
PlayStation.
Dude,
Actually,
just give us.
There's so
Golden
many of
Sun.
these.
Why
Golden-
can't we
you just
have?
want that
yeah.
Golden
Why
Sun.
can't we
man.
have Golden
You want that
Sun?
Golden
I
Sun
want it
so
so bad.
You know what I want? Vagrant Story. I want
Vagrant
another
Story?
Vagrant
Yes,
Story.
I'm with it.
Remake of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with
It'd
it.
be awesome.
Hey, did y'all see? Just change the subject. World of Warcraft. Did y'all see what they've done
No.
with the game?
What
How
is
they've
this?
changed like all the imagery within the game. Like there'll be like paintings of like a woman laying there scantily clad.
Yeah.
and they've like changed that to a picture of fruit. Or they'll be like a sorceress. She like has a robe on, and of course you can kind of see her bralette or whatever, and she's like super pretty. And they made her like real normal looking and fully covered up. And I'm like, dude, like really, guys.
Meanwhile, Project Eve out there
Oh
yeah.
right.
bussing it.
Oh, dude! Every character in KOF 15, every woman,
Every one of
Shermie, like what, dude? Like,
Japanese people are
Pumps
like,
and a bump.
what are you,
Yeah,
what are
pumps
you
and a
talking
bump.
about?
Dude, it's so funny. Well, because it's just so hilarious that that's your angle. This is how
Yeah.
you're gonna try
Uh-huh.
to make
And
your
that's how the
company's
dude,
brand.
they're,
That doesn't
yeah, I'm about
help.
to say that's how they're helping the brand. They're
Yeah, right.
literally overcompensating.
Hey, I mean,
Just
they,
like,
they,
oh, we're in trouble.
Because
Quick, put away all the titties.
Right,
Put
right.
the titties
Put the
away.
titties
They
away.
did- they
But
did it with
other
Andariel
side-
in Diablo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And see, but the other side of that is, in order for that to actually work, because it doesn't work, right?
No.
In order for it to work, people would have to be playing your game.
oh,
Burn.
Burn! And then we burn!
not the only one that's on fire.
That might have to be a sample. I might actually have to rip his burn from Dirty Work.
Burn. That's good. Yeah, I don't think anybody would care.
Yeah. No.
That was before Little Nicky too.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Quentin Tarantino in Little Nicky, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As the preacher,
Let's
the blind
go.
preacher guy.
Yeah.
I smell the devil. He's fucking so good.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
So leaks.
Leaks.
Back to leaks.
What else?
Yeah.
What else?
You know
What
what
else
some of
do we
my
say?
favorite leaks are?
Yeah.
You know, because this is some of the stuff
The one you
that,
just took 10 minutes ago?
Oh, that was a good leak. Those are my favorite leaks right there. The ones I've been holding for an hour and a half.
Speaking of which,
See, that's just my bad because I keep forgetting beforehand. You can
No,
also.
no, we're
Does anyone
finishing.
else need to leak?
No, man, I'm a professional.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to leave y'all.
I mean, I could have put the be right back on
You know?
there.
Yeah, we do have that.
Yeah, see, look, we got it. Boop.
Oh, Lord.
But guess
All of a
what?
sudden, viewers dropped to 0.
We're right back.
Everybody's like,
After
oh, no, y'all
these
said be right.
messages,
I was just proving
We'll
it.
be
I was
right
just proving a point.
back.
Yeah. No, my favorites.
Who owns
are-
that, WB?
that was. I
that
thought
the
that
frog?
was Nick. I thought that was Nick.
No, that wasn't Nick.
No.
Was it
Oh,
Nick?
was that?
No, that was like WB. Because
Oh,
that had
really?
the dog with the fire hydrant and shit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And the fire hydrant would like chase the dog around.
Chase the dog around.
Yeah. The dog goes and pees on the fire
Yeah,
hydrant.
and then it
fire
chases him.
Yeah, it gets like the
That's
teeth and
right.
everything.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh God, we need to at some point talk about this Nickelodeon brawl.
Yeah, we do.
I was gonna wait until all the characters are announced for us to really talk about it.
We'll
Because
get
there's
it.
so many of these, I don't want to keep every week being like, and now they got this,
This
and now they got
I
this.
mean,
So-
I
but
think
they
I
do
think it's
keep
kind of
doing it.
hype watching it grow
It's-
and grow.
it's
and
pretty
see what
cool.
it's- Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, like
And
I mean,
hopefully it'll be a
did
fun
you watch
game.
the trailer? Did you see Cat Dog? Cat
No,
Dog
I
looks
didn't see Cat
ridiculous. Like you can't tell which way is front and which way is
Yep.
back because he flips back and forth.
Oh,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
awesome.
And does these combos, dude? I'm telling you, like the game looks amazing. It's like
Yeah.
it's
It
like
looks good.
Smash Brothers with greater aerial
Oh, it's Nick
mobility.
Smash.
Right. Well,
It's-
yeah,
that's what
but you
it
got
is.
like air dashes.
Yeah.
You know, you have like all these advanced defensive maneuvers and stuff, like instant blocking, like all this
Yeah.
stuff. Anyway, okay, we'll discuss it one
We'll
day.
discuss it
Yeah.
eventually. Very
but,
soon.
But boy,
Yeah.
that's looking crazy.
Looking good.
Even though there's no voices.
Not yet.
No.
No,
There's not going to be any
at all?
voices.
Boo. Well.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super strange.
And the music is just trash. But
Yeah.
well, you know, you can tell they just don't have a budget.
True.
You know, and so just licensing is the problem.
Man.
So it's really kind
Yeah,
of up
'cause-
to the mod community.
how do
I
you
guess
go
we
get
had
all
to give up
those,
voices
you know?
so we could have powdered toast.
But
Man.
it doesn't that, but you don't get to hear powdered toast man.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't that take a little bit away from
a
it?
little
does,
bit. It really
yeah.
does. Yeah.
Weird. It's weird.
damn.
I mean, I can't see Stimpy sing happy joy.
oh,
I'm
man.
telling you, it's gonna be up to the
Oh.
PC mod community.
You know what I want to?
They'll mod in.
You
on
know
it.
what?
Yeah, they'll just
character
rip
I
them
want?
from the shows, slap them in there. Yeah.
You know what character I want? Log.
Log.
Oh, dude, he should be a hidden character.
He's an
He should be
assist.
a boss.
Harry-
Either
yeah.
that, or maybe he could be like for the bonus round.
Yeah,
You remember Street
absolutely,
Fighter?
yeah.
You have to beat up the car. It's like you gotta
beat up Log.
Yeah, dude.
Or it could be logs falling like the barrels. Either one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you gotta-
yeah. Well, I mean, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. So.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
better
know
than
if-
bad.
It's
It's
log.
good.
Oh man. No.
Okay, so
no.
your favorite leaks?
Yeah, my
sorry.
favorite leak stuff because this is something I almost guarantee that I pay attention to and you guys don't. Is these fucking ridiculous video card leaks that happen all the time.
Oh.
Like every couple of months we're like, Nvidia's next card's gonna be 3 times as powerful. Ooh, it's gonna and it's only gonna cost $50, and you're like,
nah, dog.
no, like no. And they do
50
this
million
every
billion.
fucking time, man. They'll talk about the new card coming out. You know, I don't know if you realize it, but there's gonna be a 4080 Ti and
How
the
is that
4080
even
Ti.
exciting? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
we know like these things.
Like I love
happen
it. I love it when dude
constantly.
Jensen Huang, the CEO of Nvidia, he always comes out and he says the same thing, and you're like, yeah, no shit, dude. He comes out and he's like, here, this is the new Nvidia 3080. It's the fastest card ever made. You're like, it just fucking came out.
One of these days he's gonna trick you.
Yeah, he's gonna, this is actually the worst product we've ever made. Don't buy this fucking thing.
We didn't put any effort into this at all.
It's, like, it's actually the same as the last model, but the heat sink's bigger.
And it draws more power. Nah, man.
Yeah,
I
leaks
love
can
that.
be dangerous.
On the
man.
PC side, it doesn't even seem realistic. Most of the leaks,
Right.
Yeah.
Like every time it's a leak, it's something. It's kind of like that
But
guy's
it's not,
channel.
It's not news. It's not a surprise.
Exactly. Well, like
Right.
there's a YouTuber that I end up clicking on his shit all the time, and I always feel like an idiot. No, not that idiot, not him. I don't hate Review Tech USA, but dude, he talks out of his ass.
He
a bunch
really
of the
does
time.
constantly.
But I don't hate him.
That's
and
kind of
again,
why I
but-
click on his shit.
I'm
Really?
telling you, bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's
well,
like,
I
what
think
is this
schlock.
guy gonna
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, absolutely. And then if nothing else, I love that drunk ass image with the skidded and bop boom bada. I don't know why that makes me so happy. But then he
good.
starts talking. It's kind of like who's the other guy who does the kind of like hate train.
Are you talking about the guy with the
videos.
glasses?
Yes.
The man, what the hell is his name?
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds about
Yeah,
right.
he's got the
Yeah.
beard and the glasses.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
the same way. The quartering.
Jeremy from
Is that the
the
name of
Quartering.
it?
That's
Quartering.
exactly.
Yeah, it's the same way. Like I hate
Both
his
of them just
content.
take the littlest nugget of information and then just blow it up.
Yeah,
into
for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like, oh,
and they
God.
repeat themselves and they reiterate
Right,
the same
you know,
shit. And
but it's like you watch their video, and by the time you're done with it, you just feel a little angry.
like, why did I do that?
A
Why
little
did I
mad,
do
a
that?
little crusty.
And they hate each other too. Well, maybe not hate, but they definitely have a rival thing going on.
I can
you know?
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when
Yeah.
people are too similar to you in a lot of cases,
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah, exactly.
fuck
and
that
and
guy.
they probably don't see that they're similar to
Of
each
course
other.
not.
at all.
No,
They
no.
probably think that they're completely different.
Right.
I'm nothing like that guy. You're like exactly that guy. You're like, yeah. No, but there's this one channel that every fucking video, it's always like massive PS5 update increases performance by crazy amounts and all this shit. And then
Never
it's
about
always
that.
like,
Never.
yeah, maybe we're gonna get
clickbait.
an update. Maybe we're gonna, and then and this new game's coming out, and then this and this and this, and it's never even about the title.
Right.
That it's just complete clickbait.
Yeah.
Complete, and these leaks happen every like other day. It's not
Yeah.
even like a weekly or monthly thing. It's constant.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
like what are we? I don't know. I can't get hype over any of this stuff. At
I
this
just
point, you
feel
know?
like as a part of the gaming community, sometimes we should just let devs make us some games.
Yeah.
You know, like let them make us some shit. Like why do we have to have our finger in the pot the whole ride? Why do we have to know everything the whole ride? Like there's so
Yeah.
much to focus on, especially right now.
Yeah.
Like this is a good / very bad time to be a gamer.
Why?
Great time because there's so much awesome
much
shit.
good shit,
But
yeah.
bad because it's so much awesome shit and you gotta
Mom
pay
asked
for it.
how you
somehow.
got all the time to play these games.
I
was gonna say, well, you don't.
Exactly, you
We
don't.
don't.
You
We
don't.
We just
Right.
don't.
You don't.
You gotta pick and choose.
Exactly. You know,
You
that
gotta
just being an
tier 'em
adult,
up.
that's part of it, right?
Make a list.
Yeah.
This
And
is
so-
the one I'm playing now. This will be the one I play next month.
Then next month,
You
two
gotta-
things get shadow
Two more,
dropped.
yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's like,
It's like,
oh well, I
now
guess
what?
this is going to the bottom of the list. 'Cause that one's going right there.
It's what makes it really hard for me to want to
You gotta
jump
be
into
flexible with your schedule.
anything that's big. You know what I mean? Because as soon as I get into something big, I'm like, well, I like this, but it's taking away from me playing X or Y.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
hell,
Something
one of
that
the
I just enjoy.
yeah, like one of the biggest reasons I haven't gone back to Final Fantasy isn't because I don't like it. Because actually, I enjoyed that a lot more than other stuff that we've played recently.
I wish you would run with
yeah.
Catboy RD, man. I'm like, this is our opportunity.
Yeah, but
I'm like
Hades.
on the level. Well, I do a Hades run. I get home from work. This is my ritual, and I just do one run through
Yeah.
Hades, and then I'll hang out with Catboy RD.
Just got to go through hell real
You
quick.
know? Yeah, I got it. Just got to go through at least one good push. You know,
That's right.
I got a good little mix yesterday. You know, so god damn it. Oh yeah. So rolled credits on Hades. You rolled credits on Hades. You know.
Cool.
Did you drop it?
Who, me?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hades.
you. Did you drop it?
Did I drop
No, man.
Hades?
Did you drop it? Have
No.
you still been playing?
No, I'm playing every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
like it's like this past week again, I was just like, well, man, I want to play something, but I can't figure out what it is. And I pop on Hades, go do a run, and then all right, well, I died. Again, I'm not progressing at all.
Right.
at this
Where have
point,
you
'cause I'm
got?
shit.
You made
Yeah, where are you caught up? How far have you gotten?
Where's the I've gotten to the foresty area.
So Elysium.
I've gotten to that.
Yeah, that is a choke point.
Yeah.
Have you gotten to
Everybody's got shields.
to Asterius? Have you gotten to Asterius and Theseus?
No.
Okay.
No.
The boss of that area.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, because that's definitely a choke point.
It's a choke point.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
Yeah,
and I
'cause it's
usually
kinda
can
downhill
make it
after them.
It really is.
I can usually make it to that, and that's when I get my ass handed to me, and it's just like, okay, well, that was fun. Next thing.
Yeah, yeah. You know, because once you start unlocking those other aspects, like once you get, have you unlocked any of the other aspects for the weapons?
Yeah, a few. Just a handful.
Did you get
mostly
Zeus?
with the shield because I used the fuck out of the shield.
Did you get Zeus?
Yeah,
No,
the
I
one
haven't
where you
gotten
send it out and it spins. I think I showed
It
you
becomes
that.
a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
You should
good.
invest in that.
I
Yeah,
need to.
because you
Yeah.
just set it up in an area, and as long as you keep it centralized and
it's
dash
rad.
around it, you can just keep cranking on them.
Or or just press Y to retrieve it.
Oh, and keep
and
dashing
run
away
from it.
Yeah, and it'll
Exactly.
follow you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Just
hell yeah.
buzzsaw them down.
That's what's up.
And so, but yeah, like
Yeah.
there's.
Like I said when we talked about Hades in a previous episode, Hades is one of those games that I'm going to be playing for the rest of my life.
Yeah, me too.
I may or may not ever actually beat it, but I will be playing it.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
So
Yeah, the story just keeps evolving.
it's so good.
It
Yeah.
just keeps
That's why
going.
that's
even
why I'm
after the credits
Yeah.
roll.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm okay with even if I never beat it. I always know that I have new good story content
Yeah.
every single time I play.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I found out
10 out of 10. Hades is
Yeah,
10 out of 10.
really-
that,
it's a
that,
t-
that's
yeah.
a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Definitely. No
and
question.
it checks every box.
Perpetually.
So-
Like I can't imagine not playing that game at this point.
Absolutely.
Like I can't think of another game that really just gives me that much just sheer enjoyment.
It's you remember
Constantly.
a couple of months ago I was talking about this whole Binding of Isaac situation about how like I played the shit out of Rebirth. Well, I mean I played the original one a bunch. Then Rebirth came out, which was actually done by a different team. It's Nicalis that did that rather than Team Meat. Get it? It's an anagram.
It's a joke. You missed it.
And so like when I got Rebirth, I was really happy with it, and there's all this stuff going on. And then they had Afterbirth,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So Afterbirth.
I have that on the Switch.
Okay, so Afterbirth changes up a bunch of
Oh, yeah.
Rebirth.
Yeah.
And I don't think it changes it for the better. I actually think they screwed up the RNG on it, and they really screwed up the way that like the rooms are different, and
A lot of those runs would end up being very samey.
very samey, and they weren't that way in Rebirth. It only got that way in Afterbirth, and so that was a separate DLC that was however much, a couple bucks, and then they have Afterbirth Plus. So when I bought Afterbirth and I started jamming on it, I was like, well, this fucked the game up. Great. Okay, maybe I can uninstall that. Well, you can't. It doesn't. I can't just go back to Rebirth, which is terrible if you ask me. So I went ahead and bought Plus, thinking maybe this will fix it. Only a little bit, like only kind of.
Yeah.
Well, now that Hades is out, I'm just not going to go back to Binding of
There's no
Isaac
reason
again.
to.
Like, I've already played that game so much that it's just this does all the things that I want,
Right.
but more consistently. And even when I die, I still have done something.
Exactly.
Which isn't the
Yeah.
case in Binding.
Your fail state isn't as oppressive
No.
as it usually is in
Right.
a lot of roguelikes. Yeah, it's actually, again, like when we were talking about it before, I would say my favorite part of Hades is when I die.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I get to go and talk to all my friends.
Yeah, right.
Go pet Cerberus.
That's
Yeah,
right. I get
go
to go
see-
pet Cerberus.
go see
and
what's
you
up with
have to
Dusa.
pet,
Yeah.
you have to pet Cerberus.
Yeah.
You have to. It is required.
I mean, you get an achievement for it on PS5.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I think you get an achievement for petting him 10 times.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I've pet him every time that I've
Every
ever
single-
seen him.
Every single time.
Every single
Yep.
time, dude.
It's a requirement. You have to. I mean,
Did you get him the doggy bed?
Huh? Of course I got him
Yeah.
a doggy
yeah,
bed.
of course you give Cerberus the doggy
Gotta
bed.
give him the
Yeah,
doggy
man, I
bed.
got him a doggy
Gotta
bed.
take care of your boy.
I'm working on that house, man. I learned to play the lyre.
Oh, yeah.
nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I learned to play that shit, and so I had to fix up the lounge where he
Yeah.
tore up the floor and the walls and everything. So that's looking a lot better, you know.
You know, I found something out. I found out that, and this is not good news for me. This is not good news. So I found out my Dark Souls 3 save file is gone.
What do you mean, like corrupted, or it's gone?
Not there.
No.
It's
You
not
played
there.
it on PC, or you played it?
Yeah, I played it on PC, and I loaded back into it, and no. So I started over from the beginning.
That sucks.
And yeah, all I did was load it up because the only reason I was loading it back up is because I haven't done it in a while and thought that maybe since the last time I upgraded my computer it would run a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
So no, not for real. But
Wow.
it's whatever. Still runs fine, but I just have to run it at 1440. Whatever. But
God,
yeah,
you're struggling.
I just
You live the worst life.
fucking 2K. Might as well not even play it. No, it's fine. It's actually fine. But it's that game just has the same frame timing issues that all of them do. So
Right.
yeah. But I started this back off and now I got the itch to play through Dark Souls 3 again.
Oh, no.
And then I looked at the time that I put into Dark Souls 3, and it's like 200 something hours, and I'm like.
Well, the odds are very unlikely that you spend that much time. Like you've already
On
done
another
the. Well, never mind.
That's
It's like, this is my Skyrim.
Exactly.
yeah, like for real.
I mean, it just seems like because you've done so much of it.
Because
like,
I actually did do pretty much everything.
Right,
So I
you
won't do everything.
the odds are very
again.
unlikely that you would
Yeah.
do the same. Yeah, you're not gonna go.
And I don't think it gets hard until you get to the DLC. So, I'm gonna play through it again.
You come roll with the D, bro.
There you go. So do we have anything else to say about Leaky Games? Do we have anything else to add?
No, not really.
So before it starts storming, should we
Wrap
it all
Wrap
up?
that gavel up, B.
All right. Well, thank you
Yes.
so much.
Sir B does get a
He
doggy
does get a bed. and it's
Yeah,
beautiful.
you can give him a doggy bed.
Mhm.
Yeah, you gotta fix up that house line.
Thank you guys so much for joining us on the show and
Yes.
being in the chat and watching us live and supporting us on Twitch and YouTube and Spotify. and-
Absolutely.
And go to hey, you sick of seeing these same T-shirts? Well, go to Patreon and help us buy new shirts.
We can't afford shit.
Because we can't afford shit. Thank you to everybody who's
Love
in
you,
the
love you,
chat.
love you.
Love you.
I have one thing to announce.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna start streaming VR games on this channel
Yeah.
Okay.
weekly.
We're actually
Okay.
talking about
All right.
doing a handful of other things throughout the week.
We need
on
more
this channel.
hours for the
Yeah.
for the channel. So come check us out. I'm gonna try to do them like on maybe Tuesday nights, Friday nights, something like that, and I'll be doing probably just something stupid for about an hour.
Yeah. And as we figure out more and more things that we want to do, we'll update you.
so you might be
Absolutely.
getting notifications
Yeah.
for not a podcast, but one
If
of
you're
our
not
streams.
currently
Yeah.
getting notifications, go ahead and ding the bell. You know.
And if there's
So
anything that you're interested in seeing,
Yeah, let us know.
let us
Absolutely.
know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Leave-
I think
leave comments.
I think Lime has pretty much reserved first place for that. So why don't you
course.
tell us what you'd like
yeah,
us to
what
talk
do
about?
you want us to do?
We do for you.
That's
We
right.
do for you.
And we'll see everybody next week.
Absolutely. We'll be talking about Star Wars Visions and what we hope
For
For
the
the
future
future
of Star
of
Wars.
Star
That's
Wars.
right. That's right.
So
More
check us out.
Jar Jar.
More Jar Jar. Fuck
Is
yes.
it is it gonna be a New Hope?
Misa wants some Jar Jar.
All right, love you guys.
See you
Thank
guys.
you. Goodbye.
Bye.